Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Generic Fantasy Setting. This is Dork Tales, and I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly. Tonight, I want to introduce my players to you, just to give you a sense of this world, but I also want to say welcome to episode 43 of our series. So, joining me on the right side of the wing is my half-elf ranger.
Woo! I'm Mike. I'm playing Zeno. He's our half-elf ranger in the group, and he's ready for some desert travels.
Nice. All right. Next of all is our biggest troublemaker.
MacLeod,
with horns.
Right? Yeah, that's me. Hi, I'm Winter. I play the tiefling rogue Mars. Nice to see you guys again.
Okay. So, and then, of course, we also have... Winter, you keep falling off the right side of the screen.
It's because I'm trying to reach my phone. 1 second.
Oh, okay.
There we are.
All right. So why don't we talk about the greenest member of the team? The meanest and greenest.
Greenest, yes. Meanest, not necessarily.
Yeah, probably no. That's probably Mel, yeah.
I am Amy. I am playing Tia Armstrong, the half-orc druid.
I like your green eyeshadow.
Thanks. It's very green. I also have like green going on. You can't really see it, but like I was having a whole fun time with green today.
Nice. And finally, our soul sister, our cleric.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I'm playing Malleus Funsworn, the Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Bela.
All right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody's having a good night?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just checking where I am on the screen. Do you want me to move back a little bit?
I do whatever's comfortable for you, so long as you're like in your frame. That's all that matters to me.
Okay.
And hello,
Stay in
chat.
your
Hello,
lane.
blog. Stay in your lane. Know your role.
No.
Know your role. It's critical that you know your role.
Roll a d20.
Know your
what shirts do we
place.
have tonight? We've got Metal Goose Solid.
It's a Pegasus.
All right.
Unicorn.
You know what?
Plain.
I found a place where I can get a goose shirt, and I really want it, but I got a Sailor Moon one first.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair.
Is it Sailor Moon Goose shirt? And then Mike has the vest shirt because I designed, I co-designed it with Michael.
It's a good shirt.
It's a damn good shirt. We need to get some more of those.
Honestly, yeah. I'm changing my shirt if I roll more than 2 1s today.
To what?
You'll see. To
Okay.
a different shirt.
All right. So, as you heard in the introduction, the crew has made it across the continent and was on their way to meet Edagon the Wise, who they did find. Now, Edagon explained the backstory of the world, or at least a little bit, and why the Shards of Nirn exist, and how they can be recombined to stop the imprisoning of the Dark Goddess from being completely undone.
As you do.
As you do. The crew, of course, has to go retrieve the other 2 completed gems, while hopefully looking out for the remaining shards. This sent them to the continent of Apesh, where they are trying to reach... let's see. You were trying to reach the tomb of Okanan the Magnificent. To do that, you will have to travel to Cap Sudet, the current imperial capital, and either break into this tomb or seek royal favor from the Sultana, a woman named Tabia Toti. In the process, you landed in the right village in the wrong place, and rescued some villagers and a honest-to-God real prince, he promises, from a bunch of Yuan-Ti serpent folk. And
I think my favorite part was that we found out he's a bard.
He's a bard.
Yeah.
He's a bird.
Yep. Mars is going to release the Dark Goddess. Yeah, you never know. All right. And then, so with that, you guys have to travel to the city, to the town of Temach on the edge of the living sea of sand. From there, you are going to probably try to take a sand barge all the way over to Katapesh.
Yay!
Or Capsudet, whichever one's the real one.
Capsudet.
It's Capsudet. All right.
At least we hope.
Capsudet. Edagon was wrong.
Edagon was...
Edagon was probably, yeah.
Edagon was... That banana pudding is slightly alcoholic.
Woo!
Yay.
All right. And I've got my pen going. So, why don't we go ahead?
10.
All right.
Oh,
J'accuse.
man.
It's just after
Mike,
sun.
why'd you do that?
I know. It's horrible. I'm sorry.
We all yawned out. Oh, Amy's gone.
Nope, I'm trying to find a pen.
Your hair blooms or blends into the background, by the way.
Yeah.
After resupplying at Lenlen, the village of Lenlen, you start out on your adventure. To do so, you leave. Yeah, can anybody remind me whether or not the characters know what time of day it's best to travel in the desert?
It
Want me
would
to-
probably be
Nighttime?
nighttime. Because
I know we were leaving in like early morning because we were just drinking coffee.
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you're well hydrated and have the clothing for it, it's not terribly hard to leave during the morning.
hmm
Let me just pull up my map because I actually made a map of this place for me.
But of
Yeah.
course, us being us, we don't know deserts.
It's true.
Yeah.
I could try and roll for it, but who knows how that would
I
go.
mean,
Anybody can go ahead. Give me a survival roll with disadvantage.
Oh,
Are you ready for sadness?
How does a 16 do?
16's pretty good.
That is my disadvantage one.
Okay.
So
All right. So you are able.
12.
You are able to acquire some different clothing, some draping, some hoods, some face coverings and scarves. You all are decked out in various light and khaki colors as you start heading across the dunes with your new companions in tote. With you, of course, is Farah, your dragon companion, as well as 2 new companions who have decided to walk with you, or travel with you, that is. One of which is that princely bard, Prince Uri of Abysam, who is also known as Uramsi, and his genie-born sidekick, Safra.
She's cool.
who seems to have a hardcore case of ADD.
Yeah, no, she's ADHD, dude. She got big H. She's like triple H. Now, as you are traveling, the town is very thankful for your help. And because of that, they are willing to supply you with... they have 4 camels that they can loan you for the desert trek.
Cool.
Unfortunately, that's all that they have spare.
I mean, that's still better than nothing.
I mean, we can double up on some camels.
I guess technically I could turn into a camel, but
You could.
Oh,
Then we
yeah.
have enough camels for everybody.
remind myself how long I can be in wild shape at a time.
When it's convenient to the story, permanently.
All right,
It's true.
so who's on a camel? I'm just curious right now.
I'm on a camel.
All right, everybody's on a camel. Just give me an animal handling roll just so that I know how well this camel likes you.
Uh-oh.
I
That's not too bad. I got a
15.
15?
18.
got a 9.
All right.
Does yours spit at you?
I can
probably
be a
try as
camel for
Okay.
4
All right.
hours.
4 hours?
4
All right.
hours.
So, heading off in the early morning with enough supplies and water to make it through the way, you start heading directly west on a northerly route. You were told to follow the sun as it passes overhead toward the west and make your way upwards. Eventually, you should be able to find an oasis and a small band of traders that usually exist there. If not, and if you're out there past night, what you should do is follow a certain constellation that they give you. And that constellation, of course, is the constellation of Brig, that tells you to head ever northern. But by night, you should already be far enough west that it is pretty easy to plot your route from there.
Cool.
So, you begin. Now, Malia, with a bit of help, you'll be able to sling yourself up onto the back of a camel. feeling it buck and kick under you for just a moment as it becomes accustomed to your quite considerable weight between your dwarven mass and your adamantine armor. And then, after a few kicks, it decides to... Actually, is that what a camel... What does a camel sound like?
I think that's a fairly accurate rendition, actually.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, they're more grumbly.
Yeah.
Mars, you as well will be able to sling yourself up rather agilely onto the back of a camel. Farah will try to mount a camel as well. Give me 1 second. Farah will... one sec. Farah will try to climb up on a camel and have it shrug her off onto her ass in the sand. And it gives her this look with kind of a sassy eyebrow raise. I'm assuming that Zeno's probably laughing about this, which makes it doubly fun when when Zeno tries to climb up, the camel steps out of the way and then spits directly in his eye for 4 non-lethal points of damage. Because the camel got a 22 to hit you in the eye.
Wow.
Damn, okay. Yeah. Damn it! Bloody camels!
Uri looks over at you and says, "My friend, is it, you having a bad time with the camels? Do you need a hand?"
I've never used a camel before.
You don't use a camel. That's the problem, man. You never use a camel. What you have to do is you have to, love on the camel, He goes up and strokes the camel's mane, and the camel melts against him. See? Oh, that's right.
I'm used to horses, where you throw the saddle on, you jump on it, and you go.
Yeah, well, you can try that in the dunes, but they don't go nearly as far, buddy. And he'll throw himself up onto the camel you tried mounting.
Since you can use wild shape twice before having a long rest,
okay,
we'll opt to just be a camel.
Sounds good. All right.
If we're good with that.
All right, Farah's going to climb up on your back.
Yeah, I figured as much.
All right, so that's 1 camel, 2 camel, 3 camel, 4 camel. And there are 2 of you. Safra looks at you.
I'm sure she can just fly.
I don't like to take coach. I like to fly. And she'll just click her heels and start levitating a foot off the ground.
Nice.
Oh, looks like you're...
There's one more camel?
Yeah, looks like you're a lonely boy. You better hop up. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? Hump day.
I
You did it, Kelly.
And she'll start flying off.
So there is another camel there?
There is another camel there.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, there's not. There is not another camel there.
Oh, look at me go. I guess I'm walking.
I mean, you are a ranger. You should be able to walk a long ways.
That is true. I'll start walking off in the proper direction.
Good.
Are we going that way? Safra yells. We
Yes.
can go that way.
This is the way we were told to go.
All right. So, as you are headed in that westerly direction, you will start to notice how vast this immense waste of sand is. You find yourself for 2 hours just wandering and wandering, your camels plodding along, bouncing your spines. You will you'll find yourself at some times Zeno, because you are walking almost shin deep in sand as you are climbing up these hills. I would like you to make me a Constitution save, please.
Okay.
Now, given your survival roll, I'll say that you can do this with advantage.
Con save. We're looking at a 14.
14. You are going to be tired if you keep this up for more than 6 hours.
Okay.
Like, you are going to take a level of exhaustion. This is hard going. You're able to, by the grace of your rangerly abilities, keep up with everyone, besides the fact that Zeno's just a very stubborn person. But as you climb a large dune that back home would be somewhere between a hill and a mountain, as you step to the top of it and feel your heels begin to sink into the shifting sands, the sun is almost directly overhead. you suddenly feel completely disoriented. Nothing has a shadow anymore. The sun is beating directly down on the top of your hood, and as you look out over the landscape in front of you, you can see sand. As if the entire world had dried up. Even with elven sight, you cannot see a place that is not covered in sand.
Oh.
Although anybody who wants to can make me a perception roll with disadvantage.
Sure. Maybe
Aw,
it'll roll well
man.
for once.
No.
No.
4.
4? Good.
26.
That's your disadvantage?
Yeah, my non-disadvantage was 20.
So I rolled a 3 and a 20, and I'm very angry. But
As you should be.
7 total.
I
All
rolled
right.
a 16 and a 20, but that gives me 26.
All right.
Rip.
So,
I rolled a 1 and a 17.
So
Good.
perhaps I spoke too soon. Because as you are looking, Zeno, you can see one small blip. By your estimate, about 2 hours travel to the west. A dark spot. Something different, and just the slightest hint of, you think, green?
I am going to point at it and say, hey, check it out. I think we're
What?
going the right way.
What?
Look,
I don't see
What?
anything.
there's a dark patch in the sea of sand.
Nah, I think the sun's getting to you, bro.
Xenographer, what do your elven eyes see?
An oasis.
Sure
Okay.
it's not a mirage?
Yeah.
Do we know about mirages?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
Okay.
I'll say that you would have known enough to mention it at the very least if nobody knew about it. With your 16 on a survival in the desert.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you're defended from them. It just means that you know about them.
It's a trick of the light.
All right. So, what do? Do you just continue there? It's midday. Everybody is. I want everyone to make me a Constitution check. Pardon me, Constitution save. This is a very low difficulty, just to see whether or not the heat is starting to get to you because you're not used to this.
Advantage
you want me to
because
make-
camel?
What's that? No, but difficulty is only 10 because of camel. Mars, you'll have advantage.
Do you want me
20
to-
unnatural.
Cool.
You want me to make another con save for this?
No.
Okay.
No. You made an
Okay.
initial one that was pretty bad, but you succeeded.
20 unnatural.
Sorry,
20
was it
unnatural.
with disadvantage?
Nope.
Okay.
Just straight up.
Okay.
The camel means that you don't have disadvantage. What'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
Okay, so
6?
cool. You are suffering from
camel
one level
stack.
of exhaustion.
Yay!
The heat is just too much for you. You're not used to this. You're used to those provincial conditions with the mist and the waterfalls and the bullshit fantasy physics. Oh my god. If this has got to be at least 45 degrees Celsius, if not 50 out here.
Ugh.
Oh, that's hot.
Yes, this is like Death Valley, Sahara Desert hot out here.
Reminds me of the time I was driving through the Australian desert.
It's not what you want to do on the General. And this
No.
is even worse because this isn't even steppe land. This is just sand. Occasionally, as you walk, Mars, this doesn't trouble you as much, but the rest of you, you will... well, I guess it doesn't matter to anybody except for Zeno. So, Zeno, as you walk, occasionally your boot will dip too low, and a bit of burning sand will roll down into it.
How?
Oh.
Your feet are starting to feel a little blistered, but you've managed to hold up pretty well. You've toughed it out. At the end of the night, you'll definitely want to put some oil or something on them. Or maybe use a cure wound spell just to, just to relieve the painful burning itch.
Ugh.
I am going to be excited to sit down.
You don't need feet.
Oh, you don't need feet. That's fine. You can come with me. We can travel. Come on. Do you want to? Can you fly? Do you need feet? Are you a ghost? Are you a ghost, my friend?
I am
Sappho
not
says,
a
floating in
ghost.
front of your head.
I am not a ghost. And
Are
I
you sure
do,
you're
in
not a
fact, need feet.
She pulls down your hood. You're a little pale, though. You're pretty pale. You're actually very, very pale. What part of elf are you? Like, I'm guessing a high elf. You high elf? Is it 420?
Nice.
Puff, puff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are you holding? This is a stick up.
Xeno will look down. No, it's not.
I'm watching you, buddy. I'm an
don't-
undercover kebab. And she'll float away.
I don't actually think Xeno carries any any recreational medicine.
Well,
Maybe.
you can definitely find some in the city in Capsudat.
Oh, interesting.
You can find a lot of things in Capsudat. Oh god, that's going to be an episode.
Probably not. We'll see.
Probably. All right.
Probably.
So,
I'm excited.
as you continue onward, I'm assuming you do continue toward the oasis?
Yes, I will point at it and start marching forward.
All right.
It'll
I
be
just
very
imagine
funny.
his determination. It's just like,
Pretty much, like sand going everywhere with his boots and everything, and
yeah.
he'll take a few steps forward, look back, see nobody has moved. Well, what are you waiting for? Come on, let's go.
All right.
Just to be defiant.
Yeah, pretty much. Stubborn elf.
I love it.
As you continue forward, the wind begins to pick up, lacerating the less covered parts of you with brittle, sharp sand. The next 2 hours pass with continuous frustration and discomfort. Your camels will begin to struggle a bit. The wind is blinding them. And it's... generally is not a good time all around. Can I get another Constitution save from everyone? Xeno, make yours with disadvantage if you're still walking. What'd you get?
1.
You got a 1? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Do I fall
24,
flat on my
not
face?
20.
Okay, hold on one sec.
I think because I take on camel stats for
Just knock everything over, Kelly. That's what you want to do.
I
Okay.
think I'm actually
I've gotten... See, I couldn't
Actually,
hear a word
worst
you all
one
were
save.
saying because my headphones were undone.
oh, it's all good. I'm mostly mumbling to myself about how beast form works.
So, am I just like walking normally, then all of a sudden I just like fall flat on my face and pass out?
I got this. Buddy.
Aye,
We'll
aye,
figure
aye.
this out. We got this. Okay.
And Christine got a nat 20. I got an 11.
I think
by
I'm
the way,
13.
so Winter, for heat-related things, Mars has advantage.
Okay, so I can do that again.
And Mally is just like,
No.
I'm on a camel.
Yeah. Conditions. There we go.
No, that was the better of the two. 11.
11? Okay.
Yep.
So even you are starting to feel very hard done by. What'd you get, Tia?
13, because I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I use the camel stat line for constitution and stuff.
Oh, if you're using the camel, roll with advantage.
Oh.
I forgot you're a camel. That's what I get.
That means, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then that means I should have had advantage on the last one too, right?
You should have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this
I like
one
your
will
mug.
be 18, and the last one, instead of a 1, would have been a 4 that I rolled. So it would have been, still terrible.
Oh, all right. So, by botching that, all right. So,
Yes.
Xeno is going to jump to level 2 exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved.
Nice.
Fair is going to keep pushing forward.
Fair is riding on my back, right?
Yeah, so that's fine.
Yeah.
The genie's immune to heat for the most part, or at least from this kind of heat.
Do I
Oh, wait.
still have level 1 exhaustion?
You do not. No. You
So,
found
so
your-
Mike, have you ever seen The Prince of Egypt?
No, I have not.
Okay. It's one of those like biblical animated movies, but there's one part where he's like holding onto a camel, trying to get the water, and then the camel's just like does not give a frick about it. It just keeps going. He's like, stop. And then hours later, he's just like holding on by one arm, being dragged through the sand with the camel. That's what I imagine just happened to you.
So, as you crest another dune, looking down, you can see the most glorious thing that you've ever seen in your life, Zeno. You see a single palm tree jutting out of a small pond, roughly the size of a multi-person bathtub.
I'm gonna go up to it and fall face first into it.
Okay.
Just like...
Okay. As you approach, what is your passive perception?
19.
All right. So as you are approaching, you notice that the camels, except for Tia, and Tia, you'll notice this as well, but the camels are actually going to fight their masters. Around, you can see that it's just a small oasis. There's nothing present except for the palm tree itself, the small oasis basin that, like I said, is about 6 feet by 6 feet wide, and then several cactuses growing out there, which probably denotes that there's a decent amount of water coming up to them.
So if I see the camels are, like, they're fighting against going towards it?
They are hesitating, yes, even though the sand is whipping at them.
So can I make an actual, like, perception roll to...
Yes. Cacti, yes. Is it cactuses or cacti? I think it's both.
Both.
Okay.
Alright, so that's going to be a 28 for perception.
Fantastic. What you will also notice as well, kind of buried under some of the sands on the sides of this oasis, there appears to be a very short, maybe 2 foot tall, sandy brick retaining wall that's been built and has crumbled over the generations. It seems to be the same type of material that the temple that you fought the snake people in was made of. That type of dark khaki-colored stone. But as you pause and look around, one moment. Okay. Wait, really? Would you get 28?
Yes.
Okay. As you're looking around... Oh, did you roll a disadvantage because of your exhaustion?
Sorry. 19.
19. There's nothing here. There's literally nothing here. You take a moment to look behind some of the retaining walls, which have a nice pocket of sand growing out of them, or collecting on them. But there appears to be nothing here. The rest of you will notice that Zeno is taking a nice look around.
Is there a
Does he look
smell in the
cautious?
air?
There is no real smell in the air aside from a slight bit of the scent of the cleanness of water. It's more of a break in the sandy smell. And yes, Malia, he does look like he's looking around kind of carefully for a moment.
I'm also going to have a look then, because he tends to sense stuff that not necessarily the rest of us do.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so that is going to be 28.
God damn it.
I rolled a 19, okay?
Yeah, and I only rolled a
I
17.
had 9.
You will notice that as Zeno looks around and sees that it seems probably safe, one of the cactuses will shift slightly.
Zeno?
Yeah?
That cactus just moved.
Shoot it.
Okay.
So I'm not going to shoot it, but I'm going to ready a shot. And
well, you just told Malia to hit it, so...
She flung her hammer at it.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so that is...
yeah, I didn't mean that in character, but it's better than it was.
damn.
17.
17 is definitely a hit. Roll me damage.
Okie dokie. Oh, and I'm doing my Divine Fury Strike thing.
Wait, is that so you get max damage?
So she gets an
No.
additional D8.
Oh,
I get to add extra dice to this. This reminds me.
All right. Can I get an initiative roll out of everybody?
Oh no.
Cool.
do I have disadvantage on initiative as well?
Ooh.
I guess it's not an ability, is it?
I think you... No, you wouldn't. It's not an ability score specifically.
Let me double check.
Don't worry about it. He doesn't. But check. Look for the future. Or
I
have
still
Log look it up.
have. Do I still have a single?
I told you no.
Okay, I just couldn't remember.
That's okay. All right, so counting initiative. Anybody get a nat 20?
No.
Okay. Then we are at... anybody above 20?
Me.
What'd you
22.
22?
1 sec, sorry.
Okay. Ari, Mars.
Yikes.
I'm at 15.
Okay. Xeno, what'd you get?
18.
18?
Yes.
Okay. So that's... Xenophara. Who got 15 or above?
I did.
Okay, so Malia. And then it's going to go to... What, Tia, what'd you get?
6.
6, that's great. All right, so hurling your hammer, it's going to collide with the cacti, of which there are 4. I believe I said 4 jetting out of the ground. I said a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are 4 jetting out of the ground. And what was your damage on that?
Okay. I'm gonna have to recount it because I keep losing it with all the numbers that have been thrown around. Okay, so 18 regular damage.
Oh, Jesus.
And 8 thunder damage. Which when I that's lightning, never mind. So okay.
18 and 8, 26. Damn. Okay, so
Obliterated a cactus.
all right. So, as you hurl your hammer, a thunderbolt rips out of it as you call down the Might of Vela that strikes the cactus dead center. Suddenly, the cactus erupts from the ground, being hurled backwards by the strength of your hammer blow with a as it flies into the oasis. At that point, the other 3 cacti abruptly stand up out of the water, their stalks splitting into a pair of legs, and turn beady black eyes and angry faces toward you.
They're like cactuar.
Basically. And with that, we are going to enter
yeah.
combat actions as they... okay. The cacti are going to target Malia.
I can't get my webcam to focus properly on me.
Okay. That is definitely a hit. That is definitely a botch. One of the cacti is going to lunge forward, hold its arms up, and throw a huge amount of its spines in your direction. Its friend will do likewise, and the third will lunge forward to try to strike you, and will trip over its back stalk and fall face first in the sand, planting itself upside down.
Oh my god.
Mic warning.
Oh, I think you were a little bit loud.
Ah?
Maybe? I don't know.
What happened? Did I hit it?
I don't think so. Might have been when you made the noise for the thing being knocked back.
Oh, the...
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So let me just figure this out. So it's...
That's when you make loud noises randomly.
Oh,
Apparently.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So, Malia, you are going to take... from the first hit, you're going to take 5 points of piercing damage and 1 point of poison damage.
I've got poison DR.
DR or resistance?
It.
So you have poison damage. So this case, you have to take still at least 1 point of damage.
I have no idea. I just have it written down that it says poison DR for Dwarven Resilience.
Dwarves take.
So I'm just letting you know.
Dwarves have resistance to poison damage, and they also get advantage on poison saves.
Okay.
So sorry, Kristen.
What?
Oh, I just blew out her headphones. It's fine.
Oh.
So, in the next hit, you will take 4 points of piercing damage and 2 points of poison damage, which reduces to 1.
Okay, so should I be recording this separately, or?
No, just mark it down that you've taken that type of damage. Well, just
Okay,
mark
so
down...
record it separately.
No, just take the damage.
Okay.
I'm telling you separately so you know to reduce.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I need water. So does Xeno. All
That's
right.
true.
All right. So, Mars, you are up. What do you do?
So I'm just gonna kind of like look around and be like, what the fuck? And just slowly bring out my bow and arrow and go doing.
It's
Yeah.
going.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it most certainly does.
And
Oh, and I just want to
7.
confirm they were at range, right?
They are about, I think from where you are, they're about 30 feet away.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm they weren't within 5 feet doing like a melee attack.
No. One of them tried and then he botched. So he's about 15 feet between you guys, planted upside down, kicking the air, for, like, very violently.
It's very funny.
All right. So, Mars, how much damage was that?
7.
7 points of damage. All right. Shooting a shot into the one that just peppered Malia.
Mhm.
You are going to plunge deeply, and a greenish, almost aloe vera-y chunky sap is going to start, like, splurting out of its chest.
Ew.
Damn.
Zeno, what do you do?
I want to shoot the one that's upside down.
Okay.
Oof.
Do I get advantage on that because he's upside down?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. So I'm
Does
gonna
he have
shoot
partial
him.
cover because he's half in the ground?
Doesn't even matter for me.
He
'cause
ignores
I-
cover because he
yeah.
has feet.
Oh, right.
So I'm gonna shoot him 3 times.
Okay.
Alright. First one is going to be unnatural 20.
Okay.
Second one is going to be 26.
Okay.
Third one is going to be 14.
14 is a hit.
Cool. Alrighty. Oh, do I only have 2d8s on my desk? I do. Okay. 6, 7, 8. 16, 20. 38.
38 points of damage. Fantastic. All right, firing 3 arrows into it, you are going to pierce what you assume are vital organs on this creature's strange plant-like body, and it is going to fall to the. Basically, it's going to slump over. It still looks like it's moving, but is very grievously harmed. Farah. Farah is going to.
Get off my back? Or do something from range?
She's gonna do something like on your back. She's gonna hit.
Okay.
She's gonna hit the
Fireball.
one.
No, not the Oasis.
Yeah, she rolled high enough to not blow up the oasis.
Oh,
That's
thank
good.
goodness.
How would it
Which-
blow up? It's just water.
Well, that's fair, but she doesn't want to steam it. It's she's not Gwyneth Paltrow.
Malia can replace it.
With create water.
Yeah.
All right, so she is going to summon magic missile and pepper the one that Malia hit for an additional 10 points of damage. Good job, Farah. And then Saphra and Uri are going to take well, Saphra is going to just kind of hide. And Uri is going to guy, what do you and he's going to jump into a dune saying, "Guys, stop it, stop it, stop it." Malia, it's your turn.
Why?
These are the merchants.
Wait, what?
They own this oasis.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
your turn.
I won't do anything then.
Okay. Can you make me a medicine challenge, please? Or medicine check?
Sure.
Oops.
I don't know. Zeno said to hit it, so I assumed he knew what it was.
Don't listen to Zeno.
Apparently.
I thought we learned this many times.
28.
Okay, the one that Zeno just shot is very close to death. Just gonna put that one out there.
Okay.
You can see like just oodles and oodles of this chunky green blood going.
Prayer of healing then.
Okay, what does that do?
Up to 6 creatures of your choice you can see within range regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting mod.
Okay, and that's not a ritual, right?
No.
Cool. Because I remember you had another big healing one. All right, so go ahead.
Oh, that's my biggest healing one.
Okay.
Besides, I thought ritual is just that you could cast it as a ritual.
There are some that casting time is like 10 minutes, so it treats it as a ritual. But that's a different one.
Oh, no, this one does. Okay, it does say 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
Duration is instantaneous, though.
Yeah. So that's the drawback.
Does that matter, or?
Yeah, he'll probably die before then.
Yeah.
Okay, cure wounds then on him.
Okay, if you choose. You can just let him die. It's fine, too. All right,
Don't
so
be a
go ahead.
butt.
Go ahead and roll me healing. Hey, I'm not a butt. You just attacked my friendly cacti people.
You set it up so that would look suspicious.
It's a suspicious cactus.
Okay, you guys are also a bunch of random travelers approaching, like... like
I think we're all in the wrong here.
cacti are never in the wrong.
I mean, maybe they shouldn't have been like.
Maybe if they wore little
like,
hats.
Cactus, like, oh hey,
So
we're like little
11?
gremlin.
Cool.
And to be fair, like Mars is also act first, think later.
Yeah, that's true. I'm camel.
All right.
Xeno is also at level 2 exhaustion. He probably doesn't know what's in front of him.
All right, so you go up and heal one of them. Tia, what do you do?
I'm gonna not do anything. I'm just gonna, stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Top of the initiative, the cacti are going to stand up to their feet, very warily prepping another barrage of their needles. And is anyone saying or doing anything besides? So you heal one of them. They're kind of pausing there, looking at you, kind of.
Malia will just say, "Sorry, I fought a mimic not that long ago. It tried to bite us. I assumed it was the same thing."
Most things that move want to kill us.
I'll
That's
just. Am I able to say something, or do I have to wait for my turn?
Nope, go ahead.
Be like, "Oi, merchants, what are your wares? We have coin."
Do you show off some of this coin?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What do you pull out?
A gold piece.
All right. You can go ahead and make me a persuasion roll. With just do it straight. No disadvantage, no advantage.
21.
They chatter amongst themselves for a moment.
And I'll look over to the bar and be like,
I don't speak that.
"But they're
Although-
merchants."
Oh, that's true. But maybe I could. Hey, Mars, Farah says, leaning in.
Yeah.
Do you think you can get us a good deal here?
Depends on what they got.
Okay, hold on. And she'll poke you between the eyes. They attacked us. What should we do? Mars, you'll understand what they're saying.
Can I speak back at them, or can
Yes,
I?
you can. Yeah,
Oh.
you just had tongues cast on you.
Well, okay. I'll be like, "Sorry, it's been a long walk. We're exhausted.
Who are you and where do you come from? Why did you attack us?
We were just surprised. We've never seen creatures like you before. And what my cleric said, we recently just fought mimics. The heat's getting to us."
When did you learn our tongue? How many of you can speak this?
Magic.
Ah, they all go. Unison, you all will understand. Ah. You have coin, what would you like to purchase? We have a number of trinkets, including water skins, and other things that will help you survive the desert. We can also provide a map to local establishments.
Can I
Mars,
see
what
it?
are they saying?
She can only. She has a one like train of thought here. Okay, she's working on it. And she'll just keep on conversing with them, being like, "Can you show us?" I'll tell.
Basically, they sound like Animal Crossing people. That's what they sound like. Do you, yeah, we can absolutely do that. Come over here. Come here. Come here.
I'll
Come here.
I'll start
Come to the
walking
oasis.
over.
On the other side of the oasis, one of them is going to brush over some of the sand that's next to the wall, and you can see that there's a cache hidden underneath a metal panel.
Okay.
Looking inside, you can see there's a number of rations that won't spoil in the desert, various vegetables and fruit primarily, most of them dried. You can see that there are several different flasks and casks that are buried, and the inside of this chest appears to be fairly insulated. In fact, as they hand you a water skin, it does feel slightly cool to the touch.
How do you get all of this?
That's all we do. Isn't
Okay.
our livelihood?
Mhm. And you said you had a map?
We can provide a map.
Are any of them still injured?
Yes.
Okay.
You could,
Now that I've got time, I'll do prayer of healing.
Okay.
we can provide you with a map to your location, as well as directions.
Ooh, cool. And can I go in between language, or am I stuck now? In
You can
this
speak.
language?
I believe you can speak any language with tongues right now.
Okay. So I'll tell everyone else out in common what was being said.
You're getting the sense that these guys are basically Wookiees in terms of speaking. They can kind of understand what you're saying, but you can't understand them.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just say like they've got water skins, food rations that do well out in the desert. They were even saying that they have a map.
Map is good.
They can give us directions.
Directions are also good.
Yeah.
So there was 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's 4.
How many were injured?
Many of them injured? There were 3 injured total.
Okay. And then how many of us?
You.
Just me?
Just you.
Okay, I'll cast it on them and me, and it gives 18 hit points back.
Okay. That should be enough to almost heal the one you really hurt. Yeah, he's like half. He's half healed. He's good.
Only half?
Yeah, he was at 3 hit points from 38. Because you hit him for 20-something points, and then Farah hit him.
Oh, right,
Ah.
Farrah hit him as well.
Yep.
I was thinking, well, I only did 26, and I've 18 plus what I did last time. Shit, how's he only at that?
Because you healed the one that Zeno
Yeah.
shot 3 times. Not the one that you and Farah hit. So there were those 2, and then there was one who Mars shot.
Yep.
All right, so you translate to them. We're happy to sell you this this map to your destination. You were trying to reach where?
I'll look to them and be like, what was it called again?
We're going to Temach. Yes, we can make it to Temach. We can totally show you how to get to Temach. We absolutely can. We don't mind at all. Just purchase this map. 50 gold pieces.
50?
5 and 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 50. Gold pieces. Or 5 platinum. Special discount.
What about the other stuff?
Water skins cost, for people who don't attack us, 4 silver. For you, 1 gold.
Sorry.
You've shaken my brother's trust in the system.
Okay.
Although we do appreciate your attempts at reparations.
Good. What's the quality and like the distance radius of the map that they're giving us?
So have you shown the gold first?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, I held out some gold. I don't have all my gold out.
please count out the correct number of currencies before we show you the map. One of you could have an eidetic memory.
Oh, what now?
They said eidetic memory?
What's that?
A perfect memory.
A perfect memory.
Besides, you have magic.
That exists? Okay.
This is taking a long time, guys.
Well, is 50 gold a decent price for a map?
Do we need a map?
Having a map would be much more convenient. It would be easier for you to reach your destination.
You guys want a map? I'll get a map.
Tia is pretending to be a normal camel.
Okay. Farah gets impatient,
Mhm.
and I rolled a 1 on her impatience dice.
Okay.
And she's going to cast tongues and twin spell on Malia and Zeno, so both of you have tongues as well.
Nice.
Getting the sense that the camel doesn't need to speak.
That's fair.
So yeah, 50 for a map.
50 gold pieces for a map that was penned by people who are scions of the desert.
Cool.
Oh,
Sounds good.
question. What was our original plan? Were we planning to get a map from them?
No, you just
No.
could get
Stop.
directions from them. You could use the oasis and get directions from them. You actually made
Okay.
pretty good time.
Was that what like the whole plan was, or do the other two with us know where they're going?
They had a rough idea.
A rough idea and going by constellations, but during the day there are no constellations.
Well, there's a sun.
There's a sun.
It's up to you guys. You don't have to buy it.
I don't think we really need to, but I would like to have the extra water and rations.
You don't
We can
need
absolutely
extra
do that
water.
over-
No?
No,
I can
Malia
make
can make
it.
water.
Perhaps some sunblock for all of you fleshy types.
That's a good idea.
Sunblock costs 5 silver pieces per vial.
Done.
Sure, yeah, I'll do that too.
Sure.
Are you sure that we cannot interest you in a map?
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Would
The
you be able
map-
to point us in the right direction?
Do you know what's great at pointing you in the right direction?
Map.
A map.
A map.
Sorry, these guys are great.
Okay, you know what? I'll buy the map, and it'll be my souvenir of this trip. Okay. So I'll buy a map for 50.
You'll frame it when we get home,
Yeah, why not?
wherever
Might
that
be
ends
cool.
up being.
Right?
If
I'm imagining it's just like a sketched out, like, rough drawing of the area, kind of.
So what you will see is an incredibly detailed map
Ooh.
of the entire Gamoran wastes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That has a significant number of locations written on it in slightly misspelled but mostly correct common.
It'd be like their take on the common phonetic.
They're trying. They don't really need to use a written language as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can transfer data through Quill.
Okay, cool.
Let me see if I can find the actual outline of the continent. 1 second, please. Okay, so it roughly looks like this. So if you have the stream up right now, boop, let me just add the image. I've been spending a lot of time doing maps recently. And floor plan layouts for mansions. And playing The Last of Us. There we go. That's way too big. So, there you go. That's the continent.
Oh boy.
oh,
So, kind of drop that there for a second. So you guys teleported in right around here. And you need to get... These names were in a generator I was using, so don't mind them so much. So yeah, you guys started around here, and you have to get here.
Where
That doesn't show up on the stream.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
It doesn't show up on Twitch?
Doesn't show your mouse.
No.
Like the picture is there, but
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not
of course it doesn't
mousing
show my
over
mouse.
anything.
Okay, so hold on one sec. So these names are not final, mind you. So basically, you're near the Kingdom of Selene. Basically, you're about where the O is on Kingdom of on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right by Motherland.
Yeah, like I said, these were stock names that I was using. And you need to go to Bokelstan over here.
Okay.
So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
you need to make it up near the coast. That's where you'll take your vessel.
Ah, okay.
So, sorry that I was trying to use my mouse there. That was dumb.
Well, it's good. It's good.
I feel a little silly, but so yeah, basically, looking at the map, you need to make it another. It looks like another 15 miles, and you should be in Temach. There are a number of things that it warns you of, however. That says basically it lists all sorts of local dangers. Now, this only is a map that is detailed in the area of the Gamoran Wastes, which are the center, the big... Basically, everything that's in the center of this map that's not touching the coastline is a sand wasteland.
Ah. Yep.
It also shows rough notes about the sand's migratory patterns, because the sand moves depending on the season.
Okay.
But it specifically tells you that... So from here, you're going to travel north. However, it gives you landmarks in the sand as well as other methods for traveling so that you can avoid several things, which are not unlimited, or not limited to...
Like quicksand?
There definitely are some quicksand areas where they say that the stand is unstable. It tells you places where you can avoid... what are they called? Sand trolls? I believe they're called sand trolls. Where ways that you can avoid... Yeah, sand trolls. And where there's a tribe of sand trolls to the northeast of here, as well as places where what they have written down as sandworms, but for you kind of look like blackish brown versions of purple worms. Purple worms are giant city-swallowing monstrosities.
Oh.
Well, village-swallowing. They also list a couple of places where various human areas have, or human settlements have vanished over the years, fallen into the ground. A couple of tourist landmarks.
Okay.
The Ancient Bones is one of the ones that's listed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, that's right, because it's not in this book. Hold on, I want to show you what this troll is real quick, so that you know you don't want to fight it.
So we know we don't want to fight it?
You should not want to fight this, no.
Oh, it's ugly.
It is very ugly. You know
Does
what's
it have crab arms?
No, that's made of... Oh, maybe it does. No, those are claws. Those are clawed feet and arms.
I don't like that.
You know what else is worse? A troll that's immune to fire.
Yeah.
The only thing that can kill trolls, usually.
Yeah.
All right. But it also has a number of things listed as well. It does warn that in the lands to the north, you have to be careful because there are migratory ankeg swarms, which are burrowing insects.
Okay.
It also says in very large letters at the top, there are no there are no oases within 6 hours of this location. It also
Okay,
lists several other. Actually, you know what it'll say? It'll say there are no other oases beyond what is listed on this map. Don't trust your eyes.
See, I told him.
It was a good map, actually. It's honestly like, all right. With that, you make your trade. Anybody who wants to buy anything else off of these guys is welcome to.
I'm good.
I think I'm good.
All right. So do you continue north?
Yes.
That's the right direction, then yes.
All right. Mars, are you going to allow Zeno to use your map?
No.
Good.
Zeno, are you still walking?
Yeah, I'll start walking north.
All right. So Zeno, if you take a short rest at the oasis back there, you will be able. We'll say that your exhaustion is going to subside for now.
Okay.
You'll drop to level 1. How's that?
Okay, sounds good.
You're tired, but you're not dead tired.
And we can also like actually drink water and stuff too while we're all stopped.
Yep.
Now, what is level 1 exhaustion?
It just means you have disadvantage on checks. I mean.
Okay.
So it's not terrible. I believe that goes away when you do a long rest, and then you drop all of your books on the floor.
As you do.
Oof. Sorry, guys. I'm having one of those nights where I'm really good at everything, but not.
Hmm.
Okay. Except for making little chirpy noises.
And that was arguably one of the more important facets.
That really was. Doing the funny voices is the reason for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Okay. I said 290, didn't I? Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. How long do they last? Until it is either countered. Finishing a long rest reduces it by 1. But I'll say that if you use some of the sunblock that they gave you, you should be able to. You'll reduce it down to level 1.
Okay.
So you're fine. You're fine-ish. All right. So proceeding north with a tiny yapping dog.
Sorry, what did you say?
I can hear a dog barking.
Me too.
Yes.
All right. As you continue to the north, who is going to make the navigation roll? I need a survival roll, please.
I will do it.
Does he have a map?
No.
No, but I'll let him look at it.
Oh, okay. All right, you may make this roll with advantage then, Zeno.
I just get to hold it.
26.
26. All right, so you are actually going to make fantastic time over the desert land. Using the camels, you are going to be able to continue going for another 5 hours.
Oh.
And what I would like is everybody to do me a favor and give me 2 more Constitution rolls. Constitution saves. All right, fair is fine.
16 for the first one.
Okay, and you'll have advantage
And-
if you are a camel or Mars.
And 10 for the second one.
Okay.
So 5 on the first one with advantage, and I'm retiring both of those dice for the night.
Okay.
Mars got 12.
And 16 for the second one.
Okay. All right. So Mars, you're going to be suffering from 1 level of exhaustion. Zeno, you got a 26 and a.
And a 10.
Okay. So you're going to be back up to that 2nd level by the time you get there. Tia,
Yeah.
you are suffering from 1 level of exhaustion.
Yep.
And Malia, what did you get?
Sorry, it was unnatural 20.
Okay. Both times?
Do we have to roll a second time?
Yeah, it was 2 checks.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I rolled once. 15.
15? Okay. All right. So you are feeling almost exhausted by the end of this. 5 hours pass by with a slow grind across the horizon. It's maddening. It's just endless sand in every direction. The stretching wasteland, the nothingness. But then, as the sun begins to dip toward the horizon, so close that it's almost touching, you can see in the distance a bit of light coming to the north. And more than anything, you recognize the sweet smell. No, the sour, awful smell of the ocean.
I was like, sweet, yay, and you're sour.
Yeah. The smell of ocean breezes.
Yay!
That's something I kind of recognize.
As you crest...
Sorry. Once I hit 8 hours, so at 4 hours I had to stop and redo the thing, so at about 8 hours I'll be on foot.
Okay, so you're doing this basically the last hour of this. You'll be on foot.
Yeah.
So as you cross in the valley between a pair of giant dunes, you will see a decent-sized town, about 3 times the size of Lenlen. They're perched near a large inlet. Above, you can see the darkness of a sweeping black sea.
Nice.
The town looks like it has probably maybe 200 or 300 people in it, maybe a few more. Most of the buildings are made of mud and stone that have been hardened more in like a kind of like an adobe style. Yeah, like a Pueblo kind of style. Hard packed, nice and insulated that way. All of the buildings otherwise are made of brick, nice stone that breathes the heat out. And as you approach, you can hear that there is a lot of life going on down there.
Sounds like the market's opening.
Yeah, maybe in Temach it doesn't close.
Ooh.
Do you head in?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Dripping with sweat and feeling like complete hell, Zeno, you will cross the thresholds of a town and just feel a wave of relief wash over you.
Is it paved? Well, not paved, but like, cobblestone?
Yeah, it's basically like flagstone here, yeah.
Okay. Feels good to not be walking in sand.
Yeah, doesn't
Jinx
it?
it.
I never want to see sand again.
Joke's on you. There's probably going to be plenty more sand. I have a feeling.
But at least not right this.
Hey, Zeno.
Yes?
Sand. Okay, well, Farrah threw some sand in your face, and unfortunately... it
Got some in
your
her, too.
No, it got in his eye. Pocket sand!
The eye that the camel spat in.
Tell you what, I'm going to make a constitution save for that.
I think it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Damn!
What'd you get?
1.
Okay. Alright, so you are blinded.
I was gonna say I'm probably gonna take this and just
Zeno?
and just fall face first on the ground.
I think you broke him.
Zeno?
I think he's done for tonight.
Here, let's carry him. See if we can find an inn.
This is my favorite nat one in a long time. Pocket sand.
I know what I want to do.
Yep.
Yep.
Tia picks him up. I'm going to create water right over his face.
Splish.
It's very refreshing.
Your face and most of your body is covered by a gout of water that washes the sand out of your eye and just bathes you completely. It is actually painful how cold this water is compared to your skin.
I was just going to do it to his head because I assumed if he was being carried.
But it's gonna sink down, right? So
Oh.
it
If
starts
he's being
going.
carried.
And it'll get on me too.
Yeah,
But I should be able to isolate it to just his head.
it'll still run down his neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh, I assumed he was being draped over his shoulder.
I like Kelly's idea.
Are you fireman carrying him? How are you carrying him, Tia?
That's a good question. Yeah,
Is-
over his shoulder. I know. Whatever's
Fire-
the easiest way to carry him.
Fireman over the shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's mostly going to get just on the back of your neck and face. It's still very, very tepid compared to the actual surrounding air.
Jarring.
actually- My apologies. I didn't
I'm-
realize that if I didn't have a container to do
It's
this
a
in, it would
5 foot-
fall as a 30-foot cube of rain.
Yeah.
We all
We're
get
gonna do it
wet.
anyway. Do it anyway.
Okay.
While that's happening,
All right.
Mars is gonna look around for an inn.
All right. A
I
sudden,
hate the desert.
an explosion of water falls down around you. Mars, dripping and wet and feeling very not pleased. Go ahead and make me a perception roll to see if you can see an end.
I mean, it's only 10 gallons of rain, but
Still.
over 30
16,
feet.
Kelly.
16.
No, it's great. I love it.
You can see that there are several signs put up. In fact, there's one in the distance that's catching your eye immediately because its sign is illuminated by glowing, actually by the letters of the sign out front being illuminated by a lit brazier that licks the flame around every letter, almost like it would be a neon sign on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it's a flaming sign that says the Red Star Hotel.
That sounds like a brothel to me.
That sounds like a great place to go.
That
Sounds like a great place to go.
That sounds like a great place to go. Did you put me down after I?
No, you're still being carried.
Okay, yeah.
You didn't look like you were in any shape to actually
Yeah.
walk.
Sorry about your eyes. I didn't mean. I was supposed to hit your mouth, to be honest.
That's okay. I hate the desert.
It's okay. We're not going to be in the desert forever.
As Mars
I hope
starts
not.
walking towards the
Unless we
bright
die.
neon lights.
All right. The front door actually will swing open in front of you. It's actually kind of the strangest door you've ever seen. The directly in front of you here. One moment. Let me get the correct effects going. This town is actually quite bustling, and the people here are dressed very differently than they were in Lenlen. In Temach, it seems that the people are... Ooh, I'm chugging.
Yeah.
That's okay. Give it 1 sec.
Down.
This is important to me. It's because
is?
I'm... This isn't okay. It's because I'm loading Chrome real quick because I need the correct sounds for this because it's
Fair.
important. For those of you listening later, it's very important. I promise.
Story checks out.
Story checks out.
Indeed.
Okay, this should be much easier now. Okay, so we're at. You walk forward, and the doors ahead of you are. They don't cover the entire door. The women that are walking by in this town are wearing light colors for the most part, but they seem to have quite a few layers to them.
Mhm.
The women are wearing vests, and so are the men, on top of light-colored shirts that cuff all the way down to the wrists. The women are also wearing large skirts that poof out. The men wearing swords at their hips, but breeches and tall boots. And you can hear just the occasional sound as one of them walks by, still wearing the horse stirrups from their rides. As you approach, the door directly in front of you, like I said, doesn't cover the entire area. In fact, it's bisected down the middle like a pair of Arginian doors.
The saloon.
As you push the doors open,
What?
they flap shut behind you.
What?
Huh.
And you can see that this Red Star Hotel is actually a thriving bar. a number of people are sitting and talking and chatting, and the moment you open the door, they stop, turn, and look at you. The man playing a piano in the corner stops. Everyone stops.
I'm gonna poke my head out from behind Tia and be like, "Hello."
Shh.
The piano player goes back to playing, and the people begin talking again.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
You can hear the sound of hard liquor being poured. You could hear women laughing in the corner.
Nice. I might
Okay.
not have to kill you.
Someone who looks like the innkeeper. Could go
Actually-
bar.
Behind the bar.
Yeah.
All right. As you look around, you can see behind the bar, there is a man that is dressed in very similar clothes to the rest of the men outside. A crushed velvet vest of a bright... Okay, one moment, please. Counting up. Okay. You can see that there is a man with a crushed red velvet waistcoat. A pair of dark breeches that reach down to boots, and he's polishing the counter with a dirty rag. But that's not what you're paying attention to. It's the fact that his flesh is deeply scaled and ends in a pair of very sharp claws, and his emerald scaling runs up all the way to his draconic face. The Dragonborn tends the bar, looking over in your direction.
Hello?
Gotta get you something.
Accommodations and some food.
And something really hard to drink, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Zeno down.
Looks like you've had quite a trek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all newcomers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just got in.
Walking the entire day in the desert after never seeing one before.
Shiloh, scoot down, make some room at the bar for these folk. A halfling woman looks at you and grunts and shifts down to the next one with a lot of fidgeting at her giant skirt. Alright, grab a seat.
Thank you.
What's this area called?
Oh, this is Temach City.
Then I just double check the map to make sure, because I'm very confused as both a player and the character.
That's okay. Y'all passing through?
That's the
Yep.
plan. Yeah.
Where y'all headed?
Capital.
Catapesh. See y'all gamblers.
What? No.
Like, little.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
not professionally, but
why?
Catapesh is a whiskey drinking, hard gambling, hard shooting town.
Oh.
Yeah.
interesting.
I'd watch it next time you're at Capsadet. Here. He pops a bottle and pours each of you a shot. That's
Excellent.
the whiskey's 2 coppers per shot.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. Thunk.
I will.
If you want something nicer than that, the price scales upwards.
I will toss him a silver.
What do you have for price scaling upwards? How much does the price scale?
Well,
What are you
let's-
willing to pay for?
I'm willing
What
to
do you
pay
have?
for a room.
Yeah.
Rooms are
Room-
gonna...
Room is good.
How many of you are there?
7.
7 of you.
I think.
Yeah.
I can fit you in 3 rooms. Rooms go for 7 silver pieces per night. 8 if you want to have breakfast.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes. Yes.
Here,
Yes.
I'll toss.
Now,
8.
this is an important question. Y'all eat pork?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Alright. Sign that in the logbook. He'll reach under the counter, pull out a giant book, and slap it down, handing you a quill to sign.
I'll do so.
Why do we have to sign this?
It's the registration book.
For eating pork?
For
that-
staying.
Oh, okay.
No, but initial on the right if you're going to eat pork. A lot of people around here don't do pork or shellfish.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. Makes it easier for your menu, I guess, or breakfast planning.
You'd think, but then there are people who won't eat beef and won't eat vegetables. I mean, look over there. We got one of them in. He juts his chin over at the corner, and you can see that there's another green-scaled individual sitting over in the corner, playing cards. He slaps down a number of the cards on the table very loudly and goes and whips out a forked tongue.
That seems impolite.
Oh, it's a snake person?
More lizardy than snaky, really.
Hmm.
He's got hands.
He does have hands. Those guys don't eat anything cooked that isn't made of well, blood, mostly.
Gross.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Can you see that because you've had that die before, Mars?
Yep.
Suddenly, the front door opens. And once again, everything goes quiet. Gale! It's time to pay up. You see that a large man has entered the room. He's human, but the line blurs between human, Goliath, half-orc.
Huh.
He's immense. He's rough. He's ugly. He's wearing a wide-brimmed hat that casts shadows down onto his bearded and mustached face. All of it has been sharpened to a point at the bottom. At his hip, he wears a strange crossbow and a very large blade on his left hip. He approaches the bar, and the bartender looks somewhat nervous. Yeah, I got your money. Well, good. Pay up. Sure thing, Griff. And he takes the money that you just paid him, adds it to a large purse of coin, a mixture of copper, silver, and gold, and you will see that the till area that he is digging into now is bereft of anything more than a copper piece. Puts it on the bar. And this man with his dark, weathered, leathery hands snatches the bag up, turns and looks in your direction, narrows his eyes down at you, Malia. When'd you let these short things in here? I don't like your face. I don't like your kind.
I kind of want to pickpocket him of the money he just took.
I mean,
I think it'd be awful heavy. He'd probably notice.
that's true. You could definitely try to pickpocket him. I think this purse is about this big.
Mm-hmm.
So you might, yeah, maybe. We'll see. Give me a roll.
A sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Alia is just gonna keep drinking and ignore him.
How does a 28 sound?
A 28. How do you do this?
So, is he like just kind of like staring down at Malia?
He stares down at Malia. You stay out of my way. And
Yeah,
he turns to walk away.
Yeah. So the hand that
If he's turned away,
Yeah.
she's gonna do a very rude gesture behind him.
Okay.
Yeah. From the side that he was pointing with his hand just now,
Mhm.
Mars is gonna slink over and then like.
You're just gonna like bump into him and grab it?
Yeah, I mean,
Are
like,
you
oh,
gonna-
sorry,
Are you doing this overtly or covertly?
covertly, like,
Okay.
so you wouldn't notice.
All right, so he attaches it to his waist, and turns around as he glares down Malia, and as you bump into him, you liberate him of that new-found purchase before it can even slap against his hip the first time.
Mm-hmm.
He turns and walks out the door, and the sounds in the saloon, the inn, begin picking up again as he exits.
And I'll put the money back on the counter.
Oh, what did you do? Oh, girl. What is this? This is just...
Mars, what did you do?
Yep, she did.
She did. All right. So now that we're involved, do you want to tell us what that was about? What we've gotten ourselves into?
That's Arms Griffin.
Mhm.
He's,
Unpleasant.
Easy
He's-
picking.
he's an adventurer that goes around here. Well, sort of. More like a thug. Temach City used to have a sheriff that took care of everything. Griffin was his deputy before he went bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Griffin came back into town a few months ago. The very next day, the sheriff was found with a bullet in the back of his head. Seeing your blank faces, he'll kind of like a slingshot.
Oh,
He's got
So-
one of those newfangled doohickeys.
Is that why his crossbow looks so weird?
Yeah, they shoot little rocks at people. It doesn't sound big, but it's big.
Yeah, it does not sound pleasant for sure.
and he just assumed the position.
Yeah, like what would normally happen in case of the sheriff dying or something happening.
We've sent back requests to Capsadet and to any of the other areas to send a new lawman, but ain't nobody stepped up. So he's been stepping in to fill the gap by providing protection.
Ah,
Does
I have a
he protect you guys well? Or does he just take your money?
Well,
Yeah.
as far as I understand it, you see, my friend here, and he'll make a mention at the halfling that's drinking at the edge of the bar. She used to own a tailor shop in town.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't pay your insurance, your building tends to catch fire in the middle of the night. Sometimes with family, sometimes with pets inside.
Sounds like somebody should have dealt with this asshole earlier.
yeah.
Sounds like we're gonna have to deal with this asshole.
Oh, probably. How do you know that your messengers are even getting out of town? Like, is he just someone just stopping them?
I don't.
Intercepting them.
Yeah.
Does he have any supporters here?
He's got a small gang, yeah.
Nah. Gangs, great.
Ugh, they're gonna be annoying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how about we deal with this in the morning?
Sounds like a great plan. Hide that.
Yeah. Maybe under the floorboard or something.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna notice.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. But maybe he can't count.
Maybe you folks should get out of here. Maybe you should. I'm guessing you're here to catch the barge when it comes in tomorrow.
That's the plan. Or at least it was.
Well, Ironbeard will get you out of here in no time flat. Mhm.
How often does the barge come and go from port?
About every month.
Oh, okay, so we don't want to miss it.
The trip
Yeah.
across takes about 10 days. Usually it docks here for a few days.
Okay.
Gets supplies, cleans, whatever.
So if it gets in tomorrow, when will it leave?
Usually the turnaround time in Temach is about a day. It has a longer stop that it makes. We're on the fringe. we're mostly taking supplies off of it.
Okay.
Besides that,
So it'll get in tomorrow morning and then leave the next morning.
yeah, or that night, depending on the schedule. If you have tickets already, it should say on them.
We should get tickets.
Yeah. Where do we get tickets?
You just go down to the station.
Should be open still.
What time is it? It's not dark yet. They should still be open.
I believe it was just coming to dusk, wasn't it? Like it was trying to get dark.
Yeah.
It's just starting to.
Yeah.
So we
But
might be able
look,
to get that.
If they ain't sold out of passageway, they're always accepting crew. So I don't think I don't think you should be worried either way.
Okay.
They'll have space for you. What are y'all names?
Oh, I'm Tia.
Zeno.
Mars.
Farah.
Malia.
Prince Uri of Abyssam. Nice to meet you. Sorry to interfere with your affairs here. My erstwhile companions seem to have a bit of a habit for getting in over their heads. There's this one story I could tell you about them getting involved with some Jamorans that, maybe another time. Maybe another time.
Tia's gonna lean over to Zeno and be like, I forgot he was here.
How could you forget?
I mean, she's gonna say it very quietly, like she's like basically just mumbling, going like, "Oh fuck."
Because I imagine he just like keeps talking and doesn't stop.
I think that's a good idea. I just can't keep that up and run the game, so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
just get
it's
a-
just like she's like totally tuned him out because she was so focused on, oh shit, what are we into now?
And as you look around, Sapphire's nowhere to be found. Oh,
Huh.
that's probably not good.
Yeah, where?
That's probably fine.
Huh.
Well, okay.
So yeah, rooms?
Yeah.
Sorry, my apologies. Gale Green Skies. Let me take you to your rooms. Hell, I can't leave the bar. You're gonna go through that door and here, and he's going to set 3 keys down on the bar for you. You're in the 3 doors on the left.
Okay.
Perfect.
They're all double rooms, just twin beds.
That's fine.
So I think 2 of you'll have to probably sleep together.
Okay.
My friend, you don't have, do you have another room, a larger room, a better room that... You know what, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll stay with, you. Don't all jump at once.
I thought you were rooming with Zeno.
I thought you two were,
What?
No.
No.
okay.
What? What?
I mean, he's not my type.
You're not my type.
Oof. Shots fired. Okay.
All
Malia
right,
just
fine.
gives him a very unimpressed look of like, what the hell?
I
don't care as long as there's a bed. And I started going over to one of the rooms.
All right, so going inside, you will be able to find your rooms. They are the sound of the voices outside and the pianos will fade into the background. And you'll find there is a comfortable small room behind each of these doors. Each has a window that has thick iron bars plated in, as well as a pair of shutters just to prevent general thievery. But there is some like night air that you can let in here. There's a thickly woven blanket with an interesting pattern on it that kind of reminds you of some of the traveling minstrel's evil eyes. Those type of like cross-stitching patterns.
Okay.
And it's definitely unique, but the beds are soft enough, a little lumpy, but soft.
And you said there's a window?
There is a window, yeah, it's about this big with iron bars forming a T in the middle.
Okay. I want to go look out and see what I can see from like the street view.
All right, so your view is a little obstructed by the next building. So
Mhm.
you're looking out into
Like an alley.
a decently wide alleyway, yeah. But you can see a bit to the left and to the right and get a glance of who would be coming down those two streets.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, the alley appears fairly barren. This building is 2 stories with a large false front, which actually, that's the number one thing you can see, is that you notice that the very large fronts of all of these buildings are false. You get a good view at the next building over, which has a 10-foot tall facade jutting out the top of its actual roof. The pageantry of these buildings is quite something.
Okay.
Zeno is gonna hit the bed and fall asleep.
Sounds good. And with that, actually, is anybody else going to do anything? Because I think we should go to a bathroom break.
Yeah,
Sounds
let's do
good.
that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, for more generic fantasy setting. Welcome back. Everybody had a good bathroom break?
Yes.
Decent.
Oh, I love it when I'm running a game and I'm a little out of it for the evening. I don't know. As I realized that I said that these were Pueblo buildings, but then I said they had false fronts, and then I was in the bathroom. I'm like, that makes no sense.
Maybe a bunch of them are, but then the central, like,
Yes, that's exactly what I
Central
meant
strip.
to say.
yeah, it's like the central strip of town is like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
All right.
totally does.
There's a reason.
There
Yeah.
is a reason. It's
Doesn't
good.
matter what's behind those facades. The point is that that central strip of town has to look good, even if it's just like a house.
All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
So, can I get everyone to do me a big favor?
Uh-huh,
Okay.
You all, you're resting and enjoying your evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
For now.
for now, the rest of the night goes fairly smoothly.
Oh, good.
You might engage in some cards. You might play some music out in the lobby. You might have, a good old time in the saloon.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you do, life happens. However, how do you spend the evening? Like, Tia, what would you do? You can stay in bed reading. You can go out and have some snacks and some drinks.
Gonna scout out where the dock is and like where you get the tickets. Just so
Sure.
she knows where to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seems like we missed it, but should just go take a look. I'll go a walk and then head back probably.
Sure. So you'll absolutely do that. As you are out there, you'll see that the dock is on the west side of town. It's built very much almost like a ferry terminal, where there's a giant loading area to one side and then a smaller ticket booth and cordoned off area with a 10-foot wall that blocks people from just jumping in.
Yeah.
But you know where to get tomorrow. It's only about 4 blocks away from the saloon or the inn.
Yeah. That's good.
Malia, what are you doing with your evening?
Should probably tend to her gear and then go sit at the bar some more.
Okay.
She's not
You
gonna
have-
like really drink, but like she'll nurse a drink,
You
have some snacks.
now, as you're at the bar, is anybody spending a lot of time at the bar with Malia? Okay. So Malia and Mars, you are introduced to a strange Gamoran nectar. Now, the Gamora wastes, or the Jamora wastes, as they like to be pronounced, are the central heart of the living sand desert. And those creatures you met earlier probably have their own name for themselves, but generally they're just known as the Jamoran tribe. They have a particular virulent strain of alcohol that they create. It's called tequila. And this is the first time that you have ever drank this, probably.
Tequila.
And there's a strange ritual where you take a shot of it, lick salt off your hands, and bite a lime wedge. And you have the damnedest time getting the order right. Okay, so it's lime wedge, salt, shot? Shot, lime. And
No,
the thing
no.
is
You do it again.
it shot?
Yeah, and if you mess up, you have to try it again.
Yep, so you're 15 shots in by the time you actually get it. And by then it's much harder. So you have a pretty solid night of just drinking this strange nectar and thinking about how this could be actually incorporated into alcohol. You know, maybe more of a shandy or more something that's a little more Malia-esque. Mars, you have a good time. You might even play some cards.
Sure.
Go ahead, yeah. Make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check?
Wisdom
Just
with
check.
proficiency, I believe, because you are proficient in gambling tools.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, proficiency in gambling.
So, would that mean that I get an advantage on the roll?
No, it means that you add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, cool.
So-
Because, like, my wisdom is 0, but my proficiency is 4.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's better than 0.
Mhm.
Okay.
It is, in fact, 4 better than 0.
Mhm.
I'll get a 13.
13? You break even. You pick up this new game called High Stud, which is a very strange game of like different suits kind of rolling with each other, with a constantly changing high card that depends on the previous winner's choice.
Okay.
But once you start getting a sense of people's tells, it becomes a much more fun game to play. Now, you, Zeno, are treated at the bar by your new friend Uri, who has decided that you are going to be his best friend. Now listen, buddy, you said you weren't my type, but I don't think you really understand what that means. I'm just looking for friendship, okay? You're not my type in the romantic sense, you're my type in the friendship sense. And what I want you to do is understand what a rare treat this friendship can be.
And how, pray tell, is it a rare treat?
Well, have you ever had desert ice cream?
No.
Can I get 2 flavors of the vanilla Jamoran ice cream, please? Just 2 scoops? And of course, Gale Green Skies will provide you with ice cream. And it is a strangely sweet, almost vanilla aloe taste to it. But right now, with as exhausted as you are, coming out of these chilled tubs is the most just euphoric experience. Farah stays in bed and reads. Safra has gone AWOL, but occasionally you can hear something going on in the town, like a firework going off, or someone screaming or laughing in the distance, and it's generally, you know, like the signs of the apocalypse. And you have a good night. Something doesn't have to happen every night, guys.
Sweet.
Feels like it does.
I'm glad. I'm okay with this.
Hey,
Ali's just waiting for the hand of doom to come down.
hey, Gale,
Yep.
where did Buddy guy get his crossbow?
He's, there's a group of alchemists. They call themselves artificers. They invent these things. Machines that do the work for them. It's called, Pistola?
Where might I find them?
Hell if I know, man. They all got trained by some old dude. Back in one of the lands back east.
Any idea which old dude?
Hell if I know. Old guys are old guys. I can tell you what. He ain't a dragonborn.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is he short, kind of chubby?
Dude, I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure it out because I want.
I know they got... Look, artificers come in. They build big shit. They build shit that blows up. I like to stay away from them. The only thing worse than an artificer is a gnomish artificer, because they don't know when to stop. A human loses a couple of fingers and calls it a day. A gnome loses a couple of fingers and realizes he now has a place for metal fingers.
That makes sense.
While they're talking about that, can I do another sleight of hand check and leave more money underneath the counter.
Yes, you may.
Oh my god.
So that was a nat 20.
You have no problem doing that.
I'm putting another secret, 50 gold pieces underneath the counter for them.
God.
All right. So yeah, you absolutely can do that. And of course, as you're going there are some more gaudied up men and women of the evening of various races that are wandering around the streets, hanging on the front of the bar. So anybody who wants to go have an interesting night, it is usually, depending on the person, between 1 and 5 gold pieces for the pleasure. Sure.
God, if he wasn't so exhausted, he would love to.
All right, that's true. You're gonna sleep off your exhaustion.
Yeah, because
Mars,
I feel like I'd have to take disadvantage on that.
you would. It'd be the quickest 5 gold you ever spent.
Oof.
So Mars, do you have a particular preference tonight?
No.
Okay,
Roll it.
male or female?
Roll it.
Okay,
Percentage, I don't know.
odd is male. Oh, you know what I will do? Give me 1 second.
A random generator?
I will roll this on the resurrection chart.
Oh, good.
What
Does
does
that
that mean?
So when you die, you can be resurrected, right? And that means you're born into a different body. They have a chart in this book because it's randomized. You don't get to pick what you are. So this is also a good way to determine what prostitute Mars is taking home for the evening. All right, Mars, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Let me just grab it out.
And I'm just going to say men are odd. All right, so it's a dude.
Which ones do I roll for that, sorry?
You roll a D10
Percentiles.
and the D with the extra 0 on it.
Okay. What was
So
the first one, though?
So the 2 D10s, the D10 that has the extra 0 and the normal D10.
That this boy? Yeah.
Probably.
I got 58.
Okay. So there is a dusty, fairly, honestly, very burly but strong-looking half-orc man who's working the area.
I seem to like half-orcs.
You was a Goliath before.
Oh yeah, maybe I just like the orcish types.
You like the
You
guys
like
who
big and burly.
you like the Fast and Furious characters.
Yeah.
You're into bodybuilders. So yeah, this is a very, very well built man with his tusks filed down and a very strong brow line. Looks like he probably can lift a lot of weight and do a lot of great stuff. So you're actually not going to have to worry about a bed because you're going to spend your evening upstairs in one of the working rooms. All right. And with that, anybody else? All right, then you'll all have a pretty relaxing evening. Night passes. And
Wait, so are you saying that your bard didn't take that offer?
were you offering?
No, the bard though. Is he not going to, or is he gonna spend in one of the rooms?
He doesn't have any money.
Oh.
So he's very, very poor right now. He's got a title and that's about it. So night passes over. It's honestly the first comfortable sleep that you've had in a while. You actually find that you're going to bed a bit earlier than expected. And then, can I get a wisdom save from everyone?
There it is.
Then
3.
And there it be.
25.
Okay.
28.
13.
13, 3. Okay.
Mars is just.
Like I
Mars's
said,
head is-
my wisdom is 0. I rolled a 3.
All right. So, in the middle of the night, you'll suddenly, all but Mars. Oh, actually, hold on one moment. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, Pharaoh will wake up. Uri will not. All right. We'll suddenly, in the middle of the night, hear the sound of thunder crackle outside. Not an unusual sound, but it's that sudden ringing of a sudden burst. Bang. Bang. It's almost as if the thunder were coming in to the center of the bar. And then you smell smoke. You will suddenly come to and see that black smoke is beginning to roll underneath the gap in your door frame and through the gap at the top of the frame.
Poke my head out the door.
All right. You touch the handle, and the door handle is already hot. Not unpleasant, not burning, but unpleasant to the touch. As you open it, you can see that the wood interior of the floors and ceiling of this inn have started to catch a light. And the hallway that leads to the main bar is encased in a low level of smoke, with the walls beginning to lick with orange flame.
Good.
All right, Zeno is going to bang on the doors.
All right, everyone. So Mars, you're upstairs right now. So we'll deal with you in a moment.
Okay.
Everybody else is woken from their slumber if you weren't already awake. And preemptively, can I get everyone to roll me an initiative roll?
Sure.
Okay. Anybody got above 20?
Well, I got a nat 20, so that's 21 total.
Okay. Okay, 21, 20, 19, 18.
18.
Okay. 17, 16.
16.
Okay. Mars, what'd you get?
14.
14? Okay, good.
Ooh, I have an idea for this.
Okay. All right. There is a. All right. So I'm just going to keep this for when combat does break out. All right. You can hear the flames licking at the wall. Zeno, do you go to the next door? What do you do?
So what I'm gonna do is so the entire like entryway and like bar area is like covered in flames now.
You are going back to knock on those doors, but you can definitely see that it looks like the main room is on fire.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just yell out, "Get up! Bar's on fire!" Down the hallway, and then I'm going to take out my non-water elemental bead of
The gross water.
The gross water, and just whip it up in the ceiling in the middle of the
bar.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fantastic. All right, so there is a sudden sound of thunder again, and the sound of dozens and dozens of gallons of water collapsing from the ceiling, and you're going to see sludgy old water that smells slightly stale roll underneath of the door of your inn bedroom. The room is going to suddenly become much darker, which doesn't hurt your dark sight, as all of the flames in the hall, except the ones at the very top of the hallway, are extinguished. But it looks like the main bar itself has been put out. I'm assuming that everyone bursts into the hall at this point.
Yeah, I would have gotten my armor on, and because I had a fairly high wisdom score, so I'm guessing I woke up quickly.
Yes, you could have gotten your armor on for sure. Mars, go ahead and make me a wisdom save again to see whether or not you recognize the sound of that water falling, because that's a very weird sound.
That was a nat 20.
All right, so you will awaken to that, feeling the half-orc laying in bed next to you, who's still out like a light. Go back to sleep. He pats you on the head and...
No. I'll be okay. No, I'll get up and check it out.
All right, as you exit the top room, you can see your companions coming out of the hallway that
Do I
leads
like
to
get off the bed and just go squish?
Squish.
Yeah, because you said like the
You're on the
water.
top floor.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it came through like the.
No, but you, as you
rooms.
open the door, there is a huge amount of smoke in your face as soon as you open the door, because the smoke would not have cleared, and the extra steam would have actually made it worse. You are pushed by a wave of heat, and you'll see that it looks like the main room had been lit on fire and then smothered with water. As you three, with Farah and Uri, exit the hallway into the main room, you can see that the place has been ransacked. A number of the bottles from behind the bar have been stripped away. The piano has been demolished. And laying there, just behind the bar, is Gale Greenskies clutching a deep wound in the center of his chest that is sucking slightly as he breathes.
I will rush there
Okay.
and just kind of slide down next to him.
This looks like a wound like the kind you've seen when a lightning bolt struck someone. Like, it's just deep and piercing, and the area around it is actually slightly charred. Okay.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds? Alright, just the basic?
Well, I mean, that's not the basic of the basic. I've got lesser spells.
Okay.
But that's a touch 1d8.
Sure, and that'll stabilize him.
Okay.
Alright, so you are going to stabilize him, so you jump behind the bar. Is anybody else going out into the main bar area?
Yeah, absolutely.
He recovers 12 damage.
Alright, that sounds great. So, Tia.
E.
And then I was gonna run out the front door and see if I could see what's his face.
Alright, that sounds fantastic.
I'm gonna go with Zeno.
So Zeno, you're just rushing out the front door? Fantastic.
Yeah, after I've seen Malia deal with Gale. All right. All I know, I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go see if he's out there.
Okay, fantastic. What's your armor class?
It is 16.
All right. Okay, give me 1 sec. I gotta look something up real quick. Because I honestly didn't expect you guys to do this tonight. Which I should always be used to this.
I also
Alright.
have a plan too. Just
I
in
mean, if
case.
Mars hadn't stole the money, we would.
No, just wait. I have a plan.
You always have a plan. It's great.
I always have a
You know
plan.
what? It's in the DMG, which you have at your house, Mike. So I gotta look up gun stats real quick.
E.
Ooh, I want it.
I don't think you can use it. You're not proficient.
Sure, I can learn how to be proficient.
Take a level in
You'd have to
gunslinger.
Yeah, you'd have to multi-class.
Oh, wait,
Isn't there weapon proficiency feats, though?
Oh, there might be. Yeah,
That you can pick a weapon type?
might be able to.
Something like that?
Maybe.
There we go. Firearms.
Because your boy won a gun.
Yeah, we know.
Blunderbuss. Oh, come on. I just need to know... There we go. Pistol equipment. 1d10. Cool. Okay. Okay, plus... Zeno, you rush out the door, and the last thing you hear before the pain sets in is, "There you are, you little piss ant." And you hear the sound of thunder echo out 3 times. You're going to take 52 points of damage.
Oh!
And I go out after him, and I'm like, whoa, I put my hands up.
All right, and where's my money?
What are you talking about?
I know what I saw. I know you, fucking little tiefling. All
What
right,
are
that-
you talking about?
Ow.
Zeno,
You know
go
what?
inside to Malia.
I don't care. He's gonna level the barrel of his weapon at you, Mars.
Mm-hmm.
You stay there, you die like the rest, little bitch.
Just wait.
So
Are you talking about the money you collected yesterday?
Tia, you're raising your hand to interject?
yeah, because I don't know where I am in all this. Like, because I
So
was about to act, and then we did stuff with Mike, so I wasn't sure if we
That's
were on
fair.
initiative rounds or what was going on.
Basically, he just ran outside, which started a surprise round.
Okay.
So, why don't we enter initiative at this point? So, as soon as... So, Mars, you're saying... You mean the money you collected last night?
Yeah.
Tia, what were you... You were intending to go outside as well?
Yeah. I was gonna like see, at least go to the doorway and see what the hell was
All
going
right,
on.
so you will be right behind Mars when Xeno gets shot.
Okay.
The bullets take him in the chest and shoulders, and you actually will see that one of them sprays blood on you as it punctures through him and chips a bit of wood off of the front saloon doors.
Yikes.
I want it.
Because I have that one. That's the spell I wanted. Yeah,
Okay.
that one.
Well, Malia, it is your turn if we're going into initiative phase, because you guys didn't have part of the surprise round.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading the spell real quick.
That's okay. I wish this looped a little better. What spell are you trying to do?
I'm just checking to see what different spell slot level does to it. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to react to hearing more of those bangs. I'm starting to think it's probably based on that weapon he was telling us about.
Yeah.
So I think he was talking to Xeno, but we were at the bar as well. So
You could have overheard, yeah.
I'm
Callie, you're playing the Western Action tabletop audio?
Yeah.
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I want to try this one out because I've never
Okay.
used it. I'm going to rush from Gale towards the door
Mhm.
and cast Banishment on him.
Do you have to touch someone for that, or is it just...
No, that's a 60-foot range.
And he is just about 50 feet across the street right now. So what you can see is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5...
So he has to make a charisma saving throw on it.
Okay, so it's him, and it looks like he has 6 thugs armed with swords and bows.
Well,
Okay.
I think he's got the more dangerous weapon.
I have a 13. Wait, hold on. What's my proficiency with this? Would you say charisma?
Uh-huh.
It's not... Ooh, actually, is it? Let me just check what my save is. Because all of my gunslinger stuff is in a different place.
Although,
Nope, it's charisma's a dump stat, so I have a 14 or 13.
Not
13.
enough. You
All
are
right,
banished,
so
sir.
he is thrown out of reality for how many rounds?
1 minute. It's a concentration, so if I lose concentration, it'll end.
Okay,
but...
well, I've marked him off for the next 6 rounds. So, Yuri is going to run to the door and look around going, holy shit. Whoever's going to do something, I believe you can do it. I believe you can succeed. I'm choosing the green girl. She's all we need. Tia, take a D8 to your next action.
D8?
I believe.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was a D6, unless it's something better.
It levels up with him.
Nice.
Oh, damn. Nope, it's a D6.
Ah.
Oh, no, it is a D8. It's Song of Rest D6. So, yeah. You have a point of inspiration. Gives you a D8 to any roll or attack.
Sweet. Okay. Because I'm gonna. Okay. Which one of these am I gonna do? I'm gonna do. What's the So he like had 6 guys with him?
There are 6 guys directly across the street. Basically, picture a saloon town. There's a saloon here. There's about a 40-foot gap, and then another patio where they're all standing waiting to ambush you.
Okay. Are there many rocks in the area?
There are a number of stones and things in the area,
Then
yes.
I'm gonna go with the winds instead, actually.
Okay.
So I'm casting
Gust of wind.
control winds.
Okay. There are definitely some winds going through here.
I take control of the air in a 100-foot cube that I can see within range. Up to
Alright.
300 feet away.
And what does that do? Give them disadvantage on stuff?
I have 3 things I can do.
Okay.
And I can change which one it is, but I'm going to start with gusts. Oh, no. Yeah, gusts. It's continually blowing in a horizontal direction that I choose. It's going to be strong winds blowing towards them. If the wind is strong, ranged weapon attacks that pass through it or that are made against targets within the cube have disadvantage on their attack rolls. If the winds are strong, any creature moving against the wind must spend extra foot of movement for each foot moved.
Cool. All right, sounds good. So
Everything we do is ranged, though, Amy.
Yeah.
Not spells though,
Gave us all disadvantage.
but I can change it on my turn as an action later. I can switch it so I can do like updrafts so that like creatures falling take half damage, or I can do downdrafts so I can make them.
So basically, you're creating wind that goes against them.
Yeah. So
Okay,
they're
that's
being-
not. If you're throwing weapons at them, it's not going to give you disadvantage.
Yeah.
You're
I
shooting-
thought she
you're
just said
shooting-
it was anything entering the square had
Is it anything
disadvantage.
entering the square?
Well, it's the way it describes it because it's 100-foot cube, so it's 20. However that works. You choose the intensity of the wind. If the wind is moderate or strong, ranged weapon attacks that pass through it or that made against targets within a cube, the cube. So I think it's like you're trying to.
So yeah,
the
against
interface
targets
is
within the
them.
cube.
Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't impact it if we are shooting at them because I'm blowing it
What book
towards
is this
them
in?
horizontally. It should be in Xanathar.
Oh, okay. I don't have that on.
But
me.
if it says it gives disadvantage against attacks to targets within the cube,
Then it would be more sensible to cast it on yourselves.
Yeah, I figure this is going to hit the whole area, but it means that if they come towards us, that they're... Yeah, because I don't want them to shoot us or hit us with any arrows, because I'm assuming there's range stuff going on.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to resent that, because Xeno just got shot in front of me.
Yes.
Where are you dropping the cube, on the street or on them specifically?
I was going to do the
Or-
street, because it's 100
Okay.
feet. Like, it's big.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Xeno, what do you do?
I'm gonna go back inside and
Okay.
duck down under one of the windows.
Because
You have
And
never been struck like this before. Holy shit!
that was big. And I'm gonna cure wounds me.
Okay.
Kelly, do you want to roll it, or do you want me to?
You can go ahead and roll. I trust you. Unless you want me to roll it. How many d8s is it?
It's 2d8.
Okay. Let me find my d8s.
Because on my also Christine, because on my next turn, I can use my action to stop whatever effect is currently happening, but the spell doesn't
Okay.
end, so I can start it and stop
Max
it,
heal.
Max?
okay.
I rolled
which is kind
max.
of cool. Yeah.
Nice. So 16, my spell
So
casting.
let's hope I can roll that good on damage.
3. And then I can still do a shooty act with that, right?
Cure wounds is a full action.
It's a full act.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just double check something real quick. Nope. What am I doing? I'm looking up gunslinger stuff, but he's gone. So, Mars, you are up. You're standing outside. He blinks out of existence, but his thugs are out there. Wind picks up, starting to create a dust devil in the main street. What do you do?
I was honestly going to actually like frame him and kind of like outwit him, but I don't know if he's coming back or not.
Not for the time being. It looks like Malia teleported him away.
Yeah, so like I don't know if he's coming back, but otherwise I want to hold my action if he does come back.
Okay,
I
so your
kind of want
reaction
to
is
parlay.
okay. Your reaction is to try to.
Yeah, like do you
convince him of
want
stuff.
to know what I wanted to do?
Nope. Just to remind me the second that he comes back that you have a reaction saved.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can change this next round if you like. All right, so the thugs are going to notice that their leader has suddenly vanished. They are going to draw their bows and fire at Malia. Number
They all
one.
have disadvantage.
They do. So that is a 15.
Also, I think, aren't I behind cover? Because I just looked at the door.
Okay, so that gives you a +2 to armor class.
Okay.
Okay, so 15.
I've got 18 for armor, so that'll be 20.
First one's gonna miss. Second one fires at you as well, misses. Tia, you have rushed out as well. 2 of them are gonna shoot at you. That is a 10. That is an 11. And then the last 2 are going to volley at Mars because of their orders. That is a 3. Don't roll Pharaoh's dice. That's a special dice. And that... Ooh! I think I got you.
What is it?
It's a 20.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to take 4 points of damage from an arrow as it slashes by your thigh.
Ow.
I know. I rolled.
Otherwise, the whole front of this inn is just peppered with arrows sticking out.
Yep.
Makes me-
It's
Just
kind of on
suddenly it's like-
fire, or it was on fire.
And it wasn't on fire, or it was on fire. And then Xeno was smart. That was
Yeah.
good job, Xeno.
You were faster than me. Otherwise, I
Alright.
would have cast Watery Sphere and just been like, water.
I was about
Malia,
to cast Create Water again.
Yeah, right.
you're up again.
Make it rain. Okay, so do I have disadvantage throwing into this?
I think it's Kelly's
it's-
call on that one.
It is a thrown weapon, so it's ranged. Yes.
Okay. What about a magical thrown weapon?
Like a magic attack?
It is not technically a ranged attack, so I'll say no because it specifically says ranged on the spell, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, wait. Does the spell say that it is a ranged attack or a spell attack?
So
It's a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
So you have to be within 5 feet.
No, the weapon has to be within 5 feet. It's spiritual weapon.
Oh.
I can move it.
Oh,
60
okay. Well,
feet
yeah,
away from me.
that's not going to be affected.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will cast that then and hit them with that, because... Yeah.
Yeah, because and specifically ranged weapon attacks that pass through it that have disadvantage.
Okay,
And
well, I
it-
might as well try with my Dwarven Thrower as well, but...
Yeah, and if you're moving against the wind, you need to spend an extra foot of movement for each foot moved. So if you're heading with the wind, it's fine.
All right. So go
I thought
ahead.
I was just throwing into the cube.
But if there's movement, because I have strong winds, so that it's actually harder for them to move towards us right now.
They don't know that. They just know that they'd rather shoot you.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fair.
19 to hit,
19 is definitely a hit.
and the other one would be... 16?
16 is a hit.
Awesome, okay. So they both will hit.
Noise. See, I figure you roll well enough that you probably have a chance, even if I'm making things rougher.
Okay, so that's 8 damage on the spiritual weapon.
All right. So we'll just say you're attacking Thug 1.
Okay, so that's 20 normal damage and 6 thunder damage.
Fantastic. 20 normal and 6. All right. So your hammer lurches out and strikes him in spite of the gusts of wind.
Oh, sorry, 22. What am
22.
I thinking?
Okay. This burly orc, armed with a curved saber and a very wicked blackwood longbow, is struck directly in the shoulder, launching him back into the wall, which sets him up perfectly for your next strike. He's still on his feet, but he is desperately bloodied, and you can see him spit out several of his teeth as he draws back on the bow for his second shot later this round. Uri is going to... is going to look very alarmed at this. as you would, and is going to... he wasn't expecting to get into a fight, I'm not going to lie. And he is going to... he is going to point a finger at the number... or, pardon me, thug number 2. And is going to say, knock knock. Who's there? Your mother's ugly. And the guy's just gonna look really confused for a moment and take disadvantage on his save, on all of his actions. Okay. Tia, you're up again.
Hey. So it looks like I can still cast things that do not require concentration. Yes, that's great. Cool. So I'm gonna target someone who is not in... Yeah, it's up to 30 feet. It's a ranged spell. Because it's not a weapon. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna cast Blight on someone. One of the unwounded people.
So that could be number 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Let's go with 6. 6 sounds good.
Okay. What's my save?
Their save, Constitution saving throw.
All right. Do I take half damage?
Did you succeed?
I got an 18.
Okay. You take half as much damage on a successful.
Okay.
Yeah. So, excuse me, I need to do some rolling here.
All right. Do your worst.
So I don't think you want my worst.
I mean, I'm taking half, so I can probably take your worst.
Maybe, but I need 2 more d8s. And I'll just roll 2 of them again. Well, I sure could have rolled better, but that's okay. 2. Oh shit. Half of 38, I believe.
Half of 38.
Yeah, because I got 22, and then I had to roll 2 more dice to get the 8d8.
All right, so that's 19. Good job.
Necrotic. And then I'm gonna move out of sight, back around the corner.
All right. So there is going to be a what is that effect? What is that spell? Blight. So he just kind of erodes.
Necromantic energy.
He is going to drop to one knee and vomit black bile onto his knees.
Ugh.
That is tinged with blood, and you'll be able to duck out of the way. Zeno, what do you do?
I'm gonna try a shooty shoot.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I'm gonna try. So I'm at disadvantage with this, right?
Yes, you are.
All right, I'm gonna try 3 shooty shoots.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him with Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Which number are you attacking?
All right, so 1 and 6 are both fairly injured, right?
Yep.
And the rest of them are not injured at all.
They're not injured at all, though one of them seems very confused and angry.
All right, so 1 and 6. I'm gonna do. Which one looks worse?
1.
1. Okay, I'm
One
gonna
is-
do 2 shots at 1 and 1 shot at 6.
You sure you want to do that?
Instead of
feel-
just do.
You feel that the first one can probably be taken out a lot easier than the second one.
All right, so I'll do 1 shot at 1 and 2 at 6.
That's probably the smarter way to do this.
All right, so let's try to see if I hit them. So that first one to hit number 1 is going to be it is going to be, that's not right. It's 16.
16. All right. That's a hit.
That is a hit. Okay. All right, so, and then I'll do my attack rolls for the next guy in a second.
Sounds good. Okay.
All right, so this guy's going to take 14, 20 damage.
All right, so you put an arrow directly between his eyes, and he's going to drop to the ground stone cold dead.
Fantastic. All right, now on to number 6. So the first shot is going to be a 15.
Okay, that's a hit.
Second shot is going to be 22.
That's probably a hit as well.
Probably a hit. All right. Where's another 6?
Malia, while he's tallying that, can you make me a percentile roll, please?
Percentiles? Okay.
Yep. Because I have to figure something out real quick.
$67.
Okay.
Thug 6 is going to take 33.
33?
33.
Man. All right. 2 more arrows are going to pierce this man. Or you use just 1 shot or 2 shots?
It was 2 shots.
Okay. Do you have 3 shots around?
For the first, my first attack action.
Didn't you attack? Is it only your first attack action, or there's the first round of combat?
My first attack.
Okay. So you're going to pump an arrow into each of the second one's eyes.
Ha! Get wrecked.
And he is going to be pinned to the face of the building behind him.
Yes.
He falls forward and is held up by those skewers in his eyes. Mars, you are up again. There are 4 men still across the way fighting you.
And they're still being, like... There's still that gust of wind, right?
There is still that gust of wind, yes.
So, is that picking up sand?
There is quite a bit of sand, yeah.
Probably a little bit.
Yeah. There's sand everywhere in this town, so yeah, there would be.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to run forward, attack, and then run back. Using
So
my
you-
cunning action.
Okay. Yes.
All right, cool. You can...
I don't think you'd be able to make it, actually.
No,
No,
if you,
it's too far.
So what you can do is run forward, attack, and then disengage, like jump back 5 feet.
Okay, yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, you absolutely may.
Cool.
I was wondering if she could like try and duck around a building or something and hide again after, but I don't know if she
No.
has movement.
Not enough movement. It's 50 feet, right? So
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Otherwise, I can just, like, try to hit them with my arrow again, too. I can do that from a distance. But that would also mean the disadvantage with
yeah.
the wind.
Yeah.
Which the only reason I got such good hits with mine is because I add, a ton to mine.
Yeah.
don't forget, Mars, that you could run forward, spend a point of inspiration to get a sneak attack.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I wanted to save my inspiration for my plan.
Okay. I'm gonna put this out here. I wouldn't worry about that so much. At the moment, unfortunately, I'll tell you why in a minute. I'll tell you all why after game. But,
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then I'll
Did I
I'll
send
do
him
that
to a
then.
fun realm?
what
Yeah.
number did you roll?
67.
Cool. So normally it's a 2. Usually these numbers are like 2 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were being funny with a chart that goes 1 to 100, what numbers are the first set of a very, very popular number that you're right next to there? Not 60. So count down 1.
66.
Yeah, that's 2 out of 3 of a very popular number.
666. Did you send him to hell?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
If you'd gone up 2, you would have been 6'9". So I mean, like.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Okay, then I'll use my inspiration, run up, and jab.
All right, you going after 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Who looks the least?
All of them are perfectly fine.
Then I'll just go up to the ones that are like closest.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll say that you do it to number 2 because he has disadvantage on
Yes.
defense. So.
Okay, cool. Cool. So. And 17 hits.
Yes, it does. You attacking with both weapons?
Yeah.
I love how you didn't even, pose that as a question. You just said 17 hits.
Yeah.
I thought it was a question.
Okay. He's going to take 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. And did you roll your sneak attack?
No. I didn't think it would count for some reason, sorry.
The inspiration gives you advantage, so it counts.
Yeah.
So 13, 18,
That's how it is.
20,
That's a bit better.
29.
That's where we were going with.
29?
Yeah.
All
29.
right, so you're going to rush up, and as he doesn't see you coming, but as you make your presence known, it's with a sucking stab wound under his left nipple that just nicks the side of his heart and snaps one of his ribs as you wrench your blade out. The other one slashes across his upper thigh, and he's going to slink down to one knee, barely alive, as you jump out of the way. All right, and then we are down to the thugs. He is going to look at you, draw his sword, and take a swing at you. And
No.
Does a 15 hit you?
No.
All right. It whizzes over your head as you dodge out of the way. And the next one is going to fire a shot at you. Oh my god.
With a disadvantage still?
1920.
That was the disadvantage?
Yeah.
Holy
Damn.
yikes.
All right, so that's going to be 11 points of damage from an arrow that hits you right above the knee.
So far that's 15 that I'm down.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
An arrow in the knee.
Okay, so the other two are going to return
Not
a volley.
today.
One of them's going to return a volley at Tia with an 18.
I said I was behind the wall.
Oh, you did.
My
you did.
move, yeah. So I'm out of sight
So
completely unless
then
they
that
move.
will be Zeno then with an 18.
Is that taking into account that I'm, covering in the window? Because I
Were
didn't
you-
leave the building. I was in a window.
Okay, I thought you left outside.
No.
Okay,
being smart.
then Malia, where are you?
I was looking around the doorway.
Okay.
I think Mars is the only one that's outside.
Okay,
point, yes.
so
We're
Mars,
all being
does,
really smart about it.
does an
Actually.
18 hit you, Mars? Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, then you're going to take another 6 points of damage.
Okay, I'm still okay.
Then the last thug is going to duck behind the railing and draw his knife and prepare something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, top of the round, Oh, wait, actually, Farah. I always forget Farah's here.
True.
She's always reading.
You'll read them to death.
What can Farah do?
I
Burning
mean,
human,
if she fireballs, she'll burn the
burn a town
town down.
Hold on, let me just check her spell list.
She should stone shape them into something.
She doesn't have stone shape.
Oh, that's right, she doesn't.
I have that.
You should stone shape them into something. Make them statues.
Doesn't really work that way, I'm pretty sure.
It does now.
All right. She
But
is
that's
going
funny.
to cast. Do you have to touch someone to cast haste on them? I never remember.
I think so, but I
Not sure.
remember.
All right. Harm, haste. Choose one of the creatures you can see within range. Mars, you
Oh.
are going to gain +2 to your armor class.
Us too?
And gain an extra attack each round, as well as advantage on Dex saving throws for the turn. Well, actually, for the minute.
Neat.
Cool. And then she's gonna cast that on herself too,
Good girl.
and
Nice.
run out into the middle of the street.
Go, Farah, go.
I said they
She
were
takes
50,
after anti-Mars.
They are 50
Eh.
feet away.
Yes.
She has a movement of 30. She can't reach him. Damn. Okay. Well, she can run anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Top of the order with Malia. Malia, you suddenly feel your concentration spell break. So banishment's concentration, is it not?
Yeah.
You feel suddenly the other end of the spell unfolds.
That's weird.
It is a very, very strange feeling. It's as if something hijacked the end of the spell from you.
Oh well, he didn't appear again, so
He got eaten.
Yes, or something.
Or something.
I wanted his gun.
Ah,
I
well.
wanted to humiliate him.
Well,
I both of those things.
I think I
I
did
guess.
worse.
I think you did.
All right, so Malia, what would you like to do?
The fellow who ducked down behind a railing,
Yes.
is he still at all visible?
He is visible. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna send the spiritual weapon over there to hit him.
Okay, spiritual weapon he does not have cover from because it can just go right behind him.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead.
Which is the point of sending that one. So that one's gonna hit him on the bonus action, and I'm gonna use my action to throw my thrower at somebody else.
Okay.
Okay, so does a nat 20 hit him?
No, it does not. It hits him really hard is what it hits him.
Does that also mean that your damage doubles?
It does. Make it so.
See, I'm learning. I'm slowly learning.
It's
how to
only been
D&D.
43 episodes.
I know, it's just it's funny little bits here and there.
It's 20 damage. And then I guess any of the others, I don't care which one I target with my hammer.
All right, you can hear the distinct sound of muscle and sinew.
Did you nat 20?
Double on disadvantage.
Get a picture.
Good.
Get a picture.
Nice.
Get a
Girl.
picture.
This
All
will
right,
never happen again in my lifetime.
Who are you targeting?
See,
The area.
the gods of dice now dictate
One
that I need
who's
to
not
get
been
two
damaged
ones
yet?
on disadvantage next time.
This is true.
It's like a wave. It comes and goes.
That's just.
You have to
Holy
post
shit.
that later.
Well, I sent it to you guys just now. in generic.
Christina, I love you, and I hate you. Give me back my plug.
Here, I was expecting to roll a nat 20, but also roll something worse. And
Yeah.
not get my nat 20,
Yeah.
which would have sucked. Okay.
That would've sucked.
So,
I wonder if I
So
can like
wreck them.
show it on the camera at all. It might be a little
That
hard
is
to see.
Ridiculous.
Can't really see it.
No.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's there though. It's there. Oh, so the dark green is really pretty.
Ooh. It still look kind of yellow. Oh, I just look kind of yellow in this light.
A little bit.
Kind of, not really.
Well, one of them's like a neon
my
yellowy
monitors.
color, then the darker one looks kind of like a
43
dark
damage.
forest green.
How much?
43.
43?
Yeah.
Dang.
21 of that
Which-
was thunder.
Which number was this? 3 or 2, 3 or 4?
Whichever one's undamaged completely.
3 or 4?
Let's go with 4.
All right, cool. That's where I draw the line. All right, so there is a sickening crunch as your hammer. You're going to throw your hand. Do you want me to narrate this, or do you want to do this?
You go for it.
All right, so your hammer surges across the battlefield, flying through the gusts of wind. The man looks up in time to draw his bow and fire. But before he can let loose entirely, the hammer's going to catch him right in the throat and propel him through the window behind him. There's the sound of screaming and just... And then your hammer's going to fly back out almost daintily to your hand. Now, are you getting your... You have always been rolling the hammer with disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was the one who brought up the it's
Because
disadvantaging
it's also
us.
long range for your hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Just making sure.
Does disadvantage double on that?
No.
I figured since I already had disadvantage.
Yeah, you already have
carry.
disadvantage, so you might as well. Okay, Griff is out of the combat. Yuri is going to look across the way at the man who is bleeding to death over in the corner. That Mars has... Well, is very, very badly injured that Mars has hurt. He's going to look at him and go, and one moment. Okay, he's going to point and say, chicken out! And suddenly there is a
chicken?
a flutter of feathers, and there is now a chicken wearing a cowboy hat, while trying to escape a large cowboy hat right in front of you. You had just stabbed the hell out of it. The chicken is uninjured.
Can I kick it?
Where?
Tia.
Okay, I was just asked where we were on initiative. I was like, where? So they're 50 feet away, you said?
50 feet, 50.
So it means I cannot move and do my giant scorpion. Because I only have 40
might be
foot
overkill.
movement.
Might be overkill at this point.
Maybe a little bit. But there's one guy who's still uninjured.
There is one guy who is still uninjured.
Then they are going to have to give me a... What's the range of that? Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, fine.
Don't be so hard on yourself. We're all a little dumb.
No, just looking at the range on one of these things that I missed. I goofed up. Okay, well, anyway, this time I'm gonna do that. So I'm actually gonna, so Tia's gonna actually come out from around the corner, and she's gonna move 20 feet forward. Yeah, and then she's gonna cast Blight again on the next guy.
13.
That's a fail. So
Cool.
I need to roll 8d8. I should just grab 2 more d8s. Where the hell are my d8s? Here we go.
This is not a D8.
It's not a d8. No, that's a d10. That's the wrong dice. But that's a d8, and so is that. Get these guys out. Now that d8 for inspiration does not apply to damage, does it? It's just for hits?
You know what? We haven't had a bard in game in forever.
I know, I don't remember how it, what it do. I think it's
Ability
just
check,
for...
attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay, so it's just attack. Okay, so it won't apply here.
No.
Okay. Ooh, okay. You just do. Okay, that's 14. 1. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Let me just sorry, microphone. Just do some math real quick here because my brain ain't doing that fast. 43 necrotic damage, please.
Cool. He is going to scream, and you're going to watch the flesh melt off of his bones, and then his bones corrode into a puddle of grayish goo on the ground.
Yeah. And then is there any other people still up?
There is a chicken,
Okay.
and there is the one that Malia's spiritual weapon hammered.
Okay. I'm gonna... No, okay, that's it. That's everything I can do right now.
Okay.
Actually,
Zeno, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot the chicken and the dude.
You're gonna shoot the chicken?
Hell yeah! I want to skewer a chicken.
All right.
Oh wait,
You
no,
do not-
Mars, you want to kick the chicken, don't you?
Or eat it.
It's
Okay,
a
I
person.
I will let you deal with the chicken then. I'm gonna shoot the dude twice.
Okay.
All right. Hello, disadvantage. Come to me. So the first one is going to be a 16.
Okay, it's a hit.
Second one is going to be a 12.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. All right. 18 damage.
Another arrow lances out across the battlefield, and you see it enter the man's chest, and he falls down over a window, or pardon me, over the railing in front of him, with an arrow jutting out of his back.
Nice.
With that, it is Mars's turn. Mars, what do you do?
So there's a chicken.
There's a chicken struggling to escape a cowboy hat.
I grab it by the neck
Okay.
and
Okay, you break its neck?
yeah.
Okay, there is a puff of smoke, and immediately it returns to being a full-size man.
And then yeah, can I stab it?
Yeah, you can totally. So whenever it is dropped to 0 hit points, it returns to the hit points it had before it plopped.
Yeah.
So that means you can't eat a polymorph creature unless
Yeah.
you can't cast permanence.
That doesn't stop Mars. She'll eat anything.
Especially halflings.
Okay, and with the advantage on dexterity, that doesn't count towards a sneak attack, does it?
Doesn't account toward attacks. No,
Okay. I can still double attack.
you can single attack, but I'll give you advantage on it because he's disoriented. I'll say that it took your bonus action to snap his neck.
Well, if Malia's getting 20s today, I got both 16s plus.
Okay, sweet 16s. That's definitely a hit.
Yeah.
I think you're rolling more dice than hit points that he has. Because you're at 5d6 plus...
5d6?
Well, because if you have advantage, you can sneak attack.
Yeah.
So I am going to.
You can sneak attack, you just can't double attack.
Okay, cool.
So basically, if you roll 1 on everything, I think he's still dead.
Let's see how much overkill you're doing.
20.
Yeah, he's negative 14. All right, with that, you are going to stab him directly through the throat. Blood is going to pour down over your hand, and
Can I like pull him closer as he's dying and like whisper at him? You should have stayed the chicken.
You didn't give him a choice.
Mars, Farrah's going to run up to you and check your wounds. Are you okay?
Yeah?
Okay, you just got shot a lot.
Yeah, that happens.
Are we out of combat rounds?
We are out of combat rounds.
We
How
hastily
is
dispatched
Zeno
all of them.
doing?
I am not doing great.
Sure, I'm a slap you with a heat cure.
With a heat cure.
A heat cure.
A heals cure. Cure wounds. 1d8. Plus
Over at the
spellcast.
bar behind you, Malia, you will hear the distinctive sound of a cork popping. And Gale Greenskies will pour himself a glass of whiskey and drink it, leaning on the bar heavily around his bloodied shirt. Is he gone? Is he gone?
Yeah.
Thank the gods.
Did you roll that cure wounds?
No, I'm just trying to decide which spell slot to cast it at.
Ah, okay.
Well, he's going to be able to short rest in a few minutes.
Yeah, but it's still better to.
With that, Gale's going to look at you and pour another glass and start lining up whatever glasses aren't destroyed and start pouring glasses of whiskey for all of you.
Nice.
That was a terrible roll.
What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3 on d8s.
Well, that's great.
So at least I added my spellcasting ability modifier to it, so it's an extra 3.
1, 2, 3.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3, so 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 points. You get 9. You heal
Cool.
9 points.
All right.
Yay! I feel much better.
Yeah.
How much of the bar did God save?
Let's find out. So I'm gonna roll percentiles.
So I was thinking,
Mm-hmm. So the bar.
I was gonna start going through and trying to mend any little things I can with mending
Okay.
here and there.
About 40% of the bar is burned and damaged.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, so is anything that's a foot in size an item
Mhm.
Yeah,
we can do mending on?
like maybe help with some of the outer windows and facade and stuff like that. And
And mending is a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
it is. It just takes a bit of time to actually cast it, unfortunately. Yeah.
So this is the second time that this dark green die has been part of a double nat 20
That's pretty great.
All
roll.
right.
I think I
So-
love this set.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's
will
the set
send-
that came with a t-shirt.
Oh,
So you two will spend several bits of the evening, or several until the dawn, basically helping repair the inn. Farah will do her best to help as well. What about the two of you?
Yeah, Xeno will go around helping with what he can.
Sure. Actually, Uri has mending as well, so he can go around and help. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he does.
Basically, for each mending, it takes a minute to cast, so it's kind of like,
But it's
It's
way
tedious.
faster than.
but
and
How do
what
you do
they're
that?
mending, I'll just kind of help tidy up and clean.
Oh, I want to go check out what kind of weapons our friends have.
Sure. They have what counts as a scimitar, basically, each. A curved blade designed for hacking. And all of them had various types of longbow. Looks like
Okay.
handmade. You can replenish your arrows with another stock of normal arrows, though.
Fantastic. So 6 handmade longbows and 6 scimitars.
Yep. You'll also be able to net 53 gold pieces between everybody.
I was gonna say, loot their purses.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So
So-
53 GP total.
53 total from the group.
Okay.
Besides that, various trinkets. One you'll find has what looks like a small doll in his pocket.
Okay.
It looks like it looks religious or curse like in some way, and you can see that there are actual teeth sewn into it.
So it looks like a voodoo doll, maybe.
It looks like a tiny voodoo doll, yes.
Yeah.
You will also find that a couple of them have pocket watches with winding gears.
Nice.
Ooh.
You'll find 2 of them. Both of them are made of brass, so fairly easy to damage. But they both appear to be in working order. You could probably sell them for about 50 gold each.
Nice. Fantastic.
Farah is going to search the bodies as well, and she's going to come away with the hat the chicken was under.
Of course.
Nice.
Actually, I like these, she'll say, and she leans down, and for a moment you'll hear the sound of scuffing as she pulls, and it looks like for a moment she's going to rob them of their boots. And then, as she turns around, she'll take a look at you and say, well, what do you think? And as she takes a quick strut across the planks, you'll hear the sound of spurs echoing into the ground.
Oh,
Farah, if you're riding me again, no spurs.
what a badass! I love her more every
Malia
time.
will just look to Tia and just be like, phrasing?
She knows what she said.
Farah, you look awesome.
Thank you. Ooh,
It suits you.
But yes, they look good.
I'm gonna keep this one too.
So I kind of feel like you need to make a little image of Farah like we all have for next to your title. Especially if she could be like leaning. on the Dungeon Master title.
Oh yeah, that would be funny.
Artist, get to it.
No, what else did you take?
One of the guys there, the one with the voodoo doll, you'll see that at his waist he has a braided cow leather whip.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I want it. I'm gonna take this.
Do you want a voodoo doll?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You can have the voodoo doll.
I mean, I wasn't asking if you wanted to trade. Just do you want?
You should take these. She'll point down, and you'll see that the man with the voodoo doll actually, you guys murdered the hell out of him before he could do anything cool, but he apparently was not just a simple thug. And you'll see that he has, on top of that, he has a cow skull bolo tie that looks like it's made out of silver.
Oh no.
As well as cufflinks that are actual pearl.
Oh yeah. I definitely did stop the air effects. It's not glowing anymore. I didn't say it, but right when combat ended, I would have done that.
I assume.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was stated.
All right. So you spend the night cleaning and working the bar. Farah has a whip now. I'm gonna write that down.
Farah has
does
a whip,
1d4 and has
cowboy
range.
boots, and a whip, spurs, and a cowboy hat.
She's gonna buy the cowboy boots in her size in the morning.
Good.
She would.
What a bad.
Zeno,
Yes.
get yourself some of those chaps.
Kind of feel like if she's getting all that, she should also get a fringed leather vest.
Honestly.
Probably.
Like, go big.
At
Go
the
for
very
the
least,
whole outfit.
you should go with the ones that are assless.
I was gonna say that.
Look at these things. She'll kick one of the corpses.
I mean, my ass would look pretty great.
Aren't you supposed to wear pants underneath those, though?
Yes, you wear pants underneath them.
It'd look okay.
It's optional.
They're multi-purpose then.
I was thinking that it would just be encouragement
So you can
for
use
to
them
do
for
more
their
squats.
actual purpose,
Yeah, there you go.
and then you could like do the sex roleplay later.
That's fair.
Double duty, right?
All right, with that, you will clean and help rebuild the inn. You'll be given a nice hearty breakfast of bacon, eggs, toast, porridge,
A hearty breakfast sausage.
and a small, you think, camel steak. Also, what happened to your camels?
I assumed we tied them up outside.
Okay, not your same camels.
Okay. Yeah, what are we gonna do with those anyway? Do we sell them? Do we just like send them off back into the desert and like expect them to get home?
I think selling them is a great option.
You guys took them from... Where'd you guys get the camels in the first place?
Lan.
I can send them back with some traders the next time we're headed out that way.
That'd be
Okay,
good.
good.
That's the
I know
least I can do.
some horses can just like find their way home if you let them go. I didn't know camels were the same.
No, camels will just fuck off.
Oh, okay.
They'll
Fair.
go live their best life.
Yeah, I felt really kind of moody when I was I
When
felt
you
like
were a
spitting
camel?
a lot. Yeah.
Okay. I don't understand, but I
She was a camel yesterday.
Druid. I shapeshift. We didn't have enough camels, so I shifted. Yeah.
funny. Wouldn't have expected. Wearing a lot of armament. Look more like a ranger.
Yeah.
Zeno, throw that chair up. Throw the chair up.
Without hesitation, he'll throw the chair up.
She whips it out of the air.
Oh no.
Careful, I just fixed that one.
Hee.
It smashes to the ground, I'm sure.
All
I'll get it.
right. You managed to get a full long rest after that. The next
Excellent.
day,
Yay!
you do a little bit of shopping, buy some new clothes, replace anything you need. And then, around noon, you see it. More that you feel it. A deep rumbling that echoes up at you through the stand. This rolling... Oh, I missed the perfect opportunity. I have the Wilhelm scream button. I could have had these guys go down every time with the Wilhelm scream.
Well,
It could have been
next
like
time.
you banish him. There we go. I did it once. That's all I needed.
Kelly, quick question.
Hmm.
Before you finish describing sand barge coming in, if I went to any like local blacksmiths or anything, would anybody be able to give me any more information about where to find one of these things? One of these things that Buddy had?
You'll approach. Sure. Why don't we go ahead and do that then? So
Okay.
you are in the market. You're all in the market buying some new equipment and just basically like just spending a bit of money because why not?
Yeah, that's fair.
And you are going to come across. Go ahead and make me an investigation roll to see what you can find.
An investigation roll. And seeing as we're just about at the end of the night, I assume, I'm going to use my inspiration on it.
Sounds good.
And I'm glad that I did. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
26.
So you actually have a little bit of trouble finding anybody in the market, but after asking around, they generally tell you to go see Sarandi. They point you across the way to a small business with a chair out front and a bald half-elf with a giant mustache. He has an absolutely stunning face and perfectly copper skin with no blemishes or anything, and long, beautifully manicured nails. And as you approach, he smiles and, "Hello, welcome to Galanthriel's barbershop. How can I help you, sir?"
I was pointed your direction because I am looking for a certain piece of what was it? What was Buddy's name?
It was
Griff?
Arms Griffin.
Arms Griffin. I was pointed your direction because I was told you were the one to talk to find a weapon like the one that Mr. Arms Griffin had.
Oh, you're talking about a bang bang,
Yes.
a pistole.
Yes.
They're fairly rare around these parts. What, you're looking to acquire one for yourself?
Yes.
They're very rare. I know that. As far as I understand, it is these people. They call themselves gunslingers. They're wandering miscreants who work on their own weapons. They're responsible for crafting and maintaining their own goods. There are quite a few of them in the wastelands here, and across the Gamoran Sea. Jamoran, where are you headed exactly?
To the capital.
To Capsidat.
Yeah.
There is a chance that you might find one there. Look around. They tend to hang out in bars quite often. There various ruffians and mixabouts.
You know anyone in particular that might be there that I can look for?
Off the top of my head, yes. Just I'm trying to remember the name. I remember that it's De Grey.
De Grey.
Yes, that's all I remember. I think Cyril De Grey sounds right, but I can't remember if that's the exact first name. But I did hear one time when when Arms Griffin was in here having his beard maintained, that he had a beef with a man with another of his ilk named Cyril De Grey. I think it was Capsidat, I believe, was where this injury to honor came about.
All right, I will have to look around.
Well, I wish you luck. At least generally, they exist with a bit of panache.
I can use a bit of panache.
Well, I'm just saying that they're easy to find. Now, so would you like a trim?
May as well.
Very good, sir. And he gets a natural 20 on his haircut.
Nice.
So you're looking pretty good. So figure out what you look like. It's great. All right. And you will see around noon shortly after this, unless anybody else wants to do any little side activities. All right. You will feel the ground begin to rumble. In the distance, you will hear a tremendous whistle. And then the sound of grinding gears, mechanisms, as an incredibly large ship crests the horizon. The ship in question is roughly the size of what we would see as a cruise ship. On
That's
it,
big.
Yes, it is. As you take this opportunity to go to the ticket counter, they flip the sign open that says open, and a dwarven man with a gap-toothed smile and a big curly beard split in a forked part sits behind the counter, looks up at you with some Coke bottle lenses. Hello! How are you doing today?
Good. And how are you?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Not bad. Are you looking to procure passage or just watch the show?
We're looking to
passage.
your passage.
That way.
I see, I see. How far are we be going?
Capsdet.
Capsidet, all the way to the capital then, eh?
Yes, please.
Right. That is going to be... now, how many of you are there? Are you paying by yourselves or are you paying as a group?
Do we get it? Is there a discount for a group?
Do you have 10 of you?
No.
No.
Then not. Tickets are fairly pricey. What level are you planning to go on? There's a luxury class, there's a common class, and then there's steerage.
Okay, well, let's talk about price first.
I see. The luxury class is 50 gold pieces per person for the one-way ticket. The common class is 25 gold, and you'll probably be bunking with strangers. And steerage is a mere 9 gold plus taxes and fees, but it will get you there. There's also the option, if they're looking for extra workers, if you're a bit poor, you could potentially apply to work for the crew, but honestly, if you got the money to spend, and it looks like you do, I'd suggest you probably do it.
I mean, is there any way...
I don't know about you guys. I'm paying for luxury.
Yeah, me too.
Is there any way you could, be flexible on that price at all?
He looks up at you.
So, is it because
Aye.
there's rooms? Like, can we share rooms? Is it a different price ticket or how's that work?
The Stormhammer has a number of rooms. Luxury class lets you your own room. Your own cabin
Okay.
with 2 beds.
Oh.
You
So-
can keep them both to yourself or not.
So,
So one ticket does one room, or is it each person needs a ticket to share the room?
It depends on occupancy.
yeah, because like,
If we're full, then you get put with whoever's available, but you get the nicer room. However, if you're traveling as a group, I can make sure you end up in the same room at this point.
yeah,
Yes.
please, yeah.
All right. If you're not, you're traveling in a much larger room with people who are up on bunks. And then, honestly, if you're traveling down in the bilge and steerage, you're generally in hammocks or on the floor.
Yeah, see, I want a nice bed.
Yeah.
The common's not bad. It is what it is. It's quite an expensive trip, but it's one of the few ways that you can guarantee that you make it in with your life intact.
I'm okay with that.
I'll take a luxury.
I'm
All
playing
right.
luxury.
Yeah. So, is it 50 per person or for the
Aye.
room?
It's 50 per person for the ticket. The room is included.
Oh, okay.
Everything is included. Basic meals, any alcohol or increased meals If you're all going luxury, I wouldn't worry about a thing. If you try to overindulge, there may be a surcharge. But until then, if you just live like a normal person,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hey. Do we have? Did we split up the money that we looted, or did Zeno take it all? Like, what?
I mean, it was only
It was
53
50 something.
there's
Yeah.
53 and
Yeah,
then some.
I'm just using that to pay.
All right, so you will all pay. Like you five will pay, so including Farah, and Saffir comes out of nowhere at this point, and she and Uri look at each other for a moment, and they wait in line behind you. And 2 steerage, please.
Oh, fuck it. I can afford 100 gold. Get them luxury.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
have to.
You got.
You don't have to do that.
Here,
You
I'll
don't
get
have
the
to,
other one.
You
'cause
don't
it's-
have to. You don't have to do that for us.
No. You owe me now.
So
I'm not demanding, but don't screw me over.
I'll pitch
I'm
in
not
for
the
either
deal.
Saffra or the other
Like-
one. Doesn't really matter.
We're friends, right? So
We're the.
I'll help you out.
Let's feel bad if someone. Yeah.
Don't be a butt.
We're gonna be good friends.
Excellent.
All right. Well, here are your tickets. Chunk, chunk, chunk. He stamps them all. You can probably just head in right now if you like. Where you'll be allowed into your bunks today. It doesn't really matter to us. Just stay clear. And remember, these prices are a bit high. All right, but you are serving to afford the life and travels of 298 crew members. The money has to come from somewhere, and
That is true.
you
People
make
gotta
sure
get
that
to
their
eat.
families have plenty to eat. Absolutely, love. All right, and we do appreciate if when you enter your cabin, this is a very strictly peaceful vessel. All of your weapons will be locked away in your rooms, but will be locked away under your bunks by one of the bellhops. Of course, if you have a pocket knife or something like that to eat your meat with, that's a little different. But anything that's classified as a weapon, just keep it under wraps. We also don't encourage spellcasting on board of any kind.
Okay.
As long as nobody attacks me first.
Yeah.
Well, if someone attacks you first, don't worry. We've got, as I said, 298 crew members, all underneath Captain Ironbeard.
All right, then I guess we're in your care.
Aye, well, welcome
How-
to the Stormhammer, and hope you have a pleasant trip all the way to Cap Cadet.
How long is the trip?
From here, there's a minor stop coming up in Selene, but beyond that, it should take about 12 days.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, welcome aboard. And I'm gonna call game there for the night.
Excellent. Amy,
All right.
don't worry about marking extra gold off. I already marked 100 off, so.
Okay.
All
Because
right.
that's including your own gold for your room? Did you do
No,
an
that was
extra-
for them.
Yeah, because
So
there's
I did mine as well. So
Okay,
I
so
marked
you spent
150
100
off.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it is very expensive, but you'll understand why next game. This is basically a cruise ship through the desert.
Yeah.
I tried to figure out the
Yeah.
physics of how this thing could actually work. And
I
it's
was gonna
ba-
ask you.
It's basically a tank.
Magic.
So what it has is it has an internal combustion steam engine that powers giant. Basically, it's like a water wheel of tank treads underneath it.
Okay.
But it also has. You remember
Fancy
Da Vinci's flying machine with the rotary
Oh, yeah.
helicopter sails?
Yeah.
It has a bunch of those that offer additional power, like a water or like a windmill, down to the gears.
Okay.
So it's basically like a wind sail with a backup motor.
Nice.
So that, and also probably a little magic, but mostly just nice hardy dwarven technology.
Mhm.
That was fun. We didn't end up too badly from.
I was
Holy-
really hoping that I could loot that guy's gun.
It probably
Yeah.
would have blown up in your face, to be honest.
Yeah.
My God, he could have messed you up proper though, Mike. Oh my God.
Oh,
Because like,
I mean, that's why I went with banishment, because I was looking at my spells going, what can do the most damage the quickest? I'm like, oh, this can take him right out of the
Well,
fight for a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
he crits on a 19,
Jesus.
Damn.
and I'm pretty sure like I think he has an ability that allows him to crit on an 17 or 18
God.
if he spends a point of panache,
Holy crap.
and every hit does D10 plus Dex.
Instead, I sent him to hell.
You send him to hell.
And he has second wind because he's a fighter, and he has.
Well, you sent him home.
What a badass.
He's
What a piece.
yeah. He'll be back. All right, so that's gonna be it for Generic Fantasy Thing for the night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this adventure, and like, subscribe, smash bells, provide bells to Tom Nook. Do whatever you need to do with these bells, and I will see you in the next video, and we will all see you very shortly. Don't forget that we also have on Saturday this weekend we have the Secret of Hexeter House, and on Sunday we have Werewolf the Forsaken.
Excited.
We'll see you later. Bye.
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 Thank you.